This is TNA, the new face of professional wrestling.
How lofty are your dreams?
A timeless battle rages.
What are you willing to sacrifice in pursuit of destiny?
One not just of flesh and blood,
How high are you daring to fly?
but of spirit and principalities.
How low will you stoop to embrace selfish desires?
For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood,
The noble,
but against principalities,
the fallen,
against powers,
and on this night,
against the rulers of the darkness of this age,
victory shall go
against spiritual hosts of wickedness.
to those willing to sacrifice both body and soul.
Sacrifice.
Jarrett Raven. Raven Jarrett! Ah! Jarrett, you are an infection, polluting the very air that I breathe.
Raven, I have never liked you and never will.
Not only is Abyss a monster, he's a weapon of mass destruction.
The two dead crew will make the ultimate sacrifice.
Here he goes again! Unbelievable! What athletic ability, and the crowd going crazy! Here's the muscle buster, look out! I am a human cancer!
You want revenge?
Gore! And then you gore!
I want my belt back.
The man is homicidal, genocidal, suicidal. And I can promise you one word. Jarrett Raven, Raven Jarrett, Jarrett Raven, Raven Jarrett. Pain.
Sacrifice.
Tonight, enemies become allies when the most hardcore tag team in professional wrestling, Raven and Sabu, join forces to meet Jarrett and Rhino. Sacrifice is next. You can feel the emotion in the air. Sacrifice is here, and it's time to kick this pay-per-view off. Sacrifice live on pay-per-view is scheduled for one fall and is a six-man tag team match. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 670 pounds, the team of Simon Diamond, David Young, and Prime Time, Elix Skipper. Hello once again, everyone, from ringside. It is Mike Tenay, joined by my broadcast partner, Don West. You feel that very special emotion tonight, don't you, Don?
Oh, it's just unbelievable. The excitement's in the air, and sacrifice is here.
Orlando, Florida! Simon has a problem. When Elix Skipper was a part of Triple X, he was a star. But he was forced to be broken up with his partner, Chris Daniels. And while Chris Daniels has revolutionized the X Division, Elix Skipper has been a lost soul. He has truly been a diamond in the rough because he's lost his luster. Well, now, with my guidance and tutelage, I will make him the 24-karat star that he really is.
Introducing their opponents, first of all, from India, this is Sanjay Dutt. He's the original player from the Himalaya, like JB said, direct to TNA from Bombay, India. And their tag team partner from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 211 pounds, Chris Sabin.
What an interesting matchup this is going to be, Mike. As you see the X Division athletes in Sanjay Dutt, Chris Sabin and Shark Boy. But I really like this grouping. I like what Simon Diamond has done by going out and getting primetime Elix Skipper and bringing him in. We've seen what Simon Diamond's done with David Young. But we know what a star Elix Skipper can be. We know that he was primetime. And I like what he's done. He's reached in, he's brought him into the fold, and under the tutelage of Simon Diamond, I think you're going to see the reemergence of primetime Elix Skipper.
Well, Don, think of this. Think of Simon Diamond's influence on the man in the ring with Shark Boy right now. I'm talking about David Young. Bottom line, David Young has been known for one of the worst one-loss records in professional wrestling. But ever since he's had this association with Simon Diamond, and you know, Simon certainly considers himself quite a leader. Think about how David Young's career has started to turn around. I mean, he was just recently on Impact in a tag team match with Simon Diamond. And I have to admit, it was thanks to a little help from Team Canada. But David Young and Simon Diamond beat America's Most Wanted.
Hey, any win, when you're in David Young's shoes and you're looking for anything positive, any win's a good win. Even though, yes, Team Canada came in and interfered, and we're going to get to see the culmination of that later on today as AMW team up with the Naturals, which we never thought we'd see against Team Canada. But like I said, any win's a good win right here. And I like what he's done with Elix Skipper, bringing him in. This is somebody that, man, under the right guidance, can shine. Who will ever forget him walking the 6 sides of steel?
I hope that you had a chance to join us for our pre-show prior to every TNA pay-per-view event, that 30-minute countdown broadcast, live matches as well as breaking news. And boy, do we have breaking news tonight as we see David Young just level Shark Boy with the clothesline. Main event is Raven and Sabu, the Hardcore Dream Team, against Jeff Jarrett and Rhino. It's finally made official. Larry Zbyszko from the Championship Committee, as we see the bite from Shark Boy, said if Jarrett pins Raven, he will get a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight title next month at Unbreakable.
But think of the other side of that coin. If Raven pins Jarrett, you're not going to have to hear from Jeff Jarrett. You won't have to hear his whining for 1 year because he doesn't get a title shot for 365 days. So that is going to make that very, very interesting in that main event. But think about all the other great things as we see Primetime come in right over the ropes with the clothesline.
Also want to update you on the situation involving Jeff Hardy. He was suspended by TNA management several months ago for failing to appear at a pay-per-view. But he was ordered by TNA to be here tonight. And I spoke with Larry Zbyszko, the Championship Committee member, just before we came on the air. Hardy had not arrived yet at the Impact Zone. And Larry says if he no-shows tonight, he's fired.
Well, he's pulling a TO right now. We saw the Simon series going there by Simon Diamond, and now you see a refocused Primetime Elix Skipper in the ring. This is all about Simon Diamond's guys right now. It's Skipper, Young, and Diamond have dominated this. Shark Boy has got to get a tag into Sabin or Sanjay Dutt just to shake things up right here. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles later on tonight. The internet voting in Austin Aries to take on Christopher Daniels. BG James is finally going to have to make a decision as he's the referee when Monty Brown and Kim James take on the crew. LeBron the Troop Killings are coming in, and that's just part of what's going on tonight.
Well, you're right. That's just touching on what we have in store for you tonight at Sacrifice as Shark Boy makes the tag. Sanjay Dutt, the fresh man, into the ring. Springs off the middle rope. Hits the back elbow. Single leg drop kick takes down Primetime Elix Skipper. Watch him spring right into the crossbody block. Pin attempt. Far leg hook. Just a 2 count from referee Andrew Thomas.
I'll tell you what, Sanjay Dutt, he may have lost a couple matches recently to Samoa Joe, but all those did was make him a better wrestler. As you saw, but oh, that's the strength of Primetime Elix Skipper. He just stopped the momentum mid-motion and gave him a backbreaker right there.
Have to agree with what his new leader, Simon Diamond, said prior to this matchup. Let's be honest, his career, quite honestly, has taken a downward turn since he was forced to split with his Triple X tag team partner, Christopher Daniels. You can't deny that.
Well, and then you got to realize Skipper's watching Daniels go on the X Division Championship fame, and he's kind of left out there in the shadows. This is a great chance. You saw him take a cheap shot right there on Chris Sabin. Referee Andrew Thomas didn't quite see it. Sanjay Dutt's now cornered, and I mean cornered.
Skipper with the tag in to David Young. Young puts the boots right into the ribcage of Sanjay Dutt, who tries to mount a comeback, fighting back, series of right hands to the top of the head.
Oh, look at the strength of David Young right here. Oh, man. He's come so far. You mentioned it earlier, but he has. I was talking about the fact that Sanjay has learned so much in his losses with Samoa Joe. He's not afraid of these big guys, and you saw it earlier, and look, that's what I'm talking about right there. Look at this kid. Wow, what a run as he snaps it off.
And then makes the tag in to Chris Sabin, and now it's Sabin and Simon Diamond. Inverted atomic drop by this two-time former X Division champion. Then the jawbreaker.
Oh, look at that as Sabin snaps it off. 1, 2, oh, he got it, no. Oh, was that close?
You have to admit, Sabin so outstanding in a very competitive loss to Samoa Joe last month at No Surrender. To me, it was one of those instances where your status and your stature, they grow even in defeat.
Oh, and who can remember the last match that Sabin had with Rhino. Another tough loss, but boy, what an incredible performance he did with that veteran. This guy is so good, and Simon Diamond's feeling the brunt of it right now.
Springboard drop kick. Here's the pin. Here's two. Oh, look at that. Well, you talk about having them well trained. Both David Young and primetime Elix Skipper in to make the save.
Well, Simon Diamond, a former tag team champion. Think about that. Elix Skipper, a former champion. There goes Sanjay, and it's one of them. He might have taken down, but wait, Shark Boy comes in with the assist.
How about that? Shark Boy with the drop kick to the back of his own tag team partner. But it took down two men, ducking the wild swinging clothesline, and then Sanjay and Zagiri takes down David Young. Here's the pin. Ah, Simon Diamond right there to make the save. Boy, this Simon Diamond just really thinks the world of himself as a leader of the Diamonds in a Rough. He says he's a combination of Bobby Knight, Lou Holtz, and Joe Torre. How about that? Oh! Skipper trying to walk the ropes. A little bit of a problem there right at the end of that move as he tried to snap it off.
But I love what he did.
There's the spine buster.
He used his hand to balance himself, as you see Young going for the pin. Shark Boy ended up breaking it up, and I like what Skipper did. He realized that the ropes were a little wet and he slipped, but he used his hand to balance himself and still go through with the move. That's what a great athlete does. Oh! Shark Boy takes David Young out.
Now Shark Boy, slingshot, cross body block, and down goes David Young to the arena floor.
Oh, nice kick right there by Sanjay Dutt to the back of Skipper, and here comes Sabin.
Boot to the midsection. Doubles over prime time. Shot off into the turnbuckles. Could be time for the shot.
Here comes the, oh, Skipper knows it though, and he fights out of it.
Went for the cradle shock, but you're right, it was countered by prime time. Float over. Skipper powers him down. Goes for the schoolboy. Quick reversal by Sabin.
Both of them countered each other's moves as you can see the sudden death was almost hit by him. Oh, we got it! He got it!
He got the pin, and they get the win! Great way to kick off this sacrifice pay-per-view. Chris Sabin scores the victory for his tag team. Sabin, Sanjay Dutt, and Shark Boy get the W.
Unbelievable matchup right there. Simon Diamond realizes that he's going to have to work with these guys. They weren't on the same page, and they'll get with that with more time, more experience together. They just weren't on the same page, and Sabin able to lock one up.
Looks like there's some communication problems here. Simon Diamond trying to get his diamonds in the rough in order. We're back at ringside. Mike Tenay joined by Don West as always. DW, let's talk about what went down in the pre-show. Larry Zbyszko from the Championship Committee and myself making the huge announcement about Spike TV. TNA coming to Spike TV as part of Slammin' Saturday Night, October the 1st, when we were rudely interrupted by Jeff Jarrett.
Well, you know, he's always crying about another title shot, and he feels that he never got his, which was his own fault to begin with. Well, he's got a stipulation. He throws it out earlier today when he talked to Larry Zbyszko about getting a shot at Raven and how that can come about.
I tell you what, DW, we can sit here and talk about this all night, but what better way to explain it than to play this video? Guys in the truck, roll it. Get ready, because beginning October the 1st, as part of Slammin' Saturday Night, strap on your seatbelts, because TNA is headed
absolutely nothing.
What?
I mean nothing to do with this company. So I want to answer, and I want it right here. Do I get my title shot?
Yes.
That's it. That's it. You heard it. You heard it.
Yes,
You
sir.
heard. No, no, no. You shut up. Today, be useful for once in your life. Did you witness that?
I heard it. He said yes.
Rhino, you're in the match with me. Did you witness that?
Yes. You beat Raven, you get the shot.
Exactly.
Raven beats you, and you're gonna wait 1 year, 52 weeks, 365. You're gonna be at the end of the list, and the list is getting real long, Jeff. There's the fairness.
No, that ain't gonna happen. No, 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 no. No, no.
No.
That's the way it's gonna be, huh?
No, that's the way it is.
Wow. Every time we have a pay-per-view and we have the pre-show, we have a blockbuster announcement. The stakes just went higher for this big main event tag team matchup, Don. We now know, we've been speculating for nearly a month that if Jeff Jarrett were to pin Raven, championship committee, they'd have to give Jarrett the title shot. Zabisco agrees, but how about the other side?
Oh, think about it. If Raven pins Jeff Jarrett, it's 1 year before Jeff Jarrett can get a chance at a title shot. 1 year, we won't have to hear any whining and complaining from the former champ.
Main event comes up later tonight at Sacrifice. Let's send it to Shane Douglas, standing by with the Naturals and Jimmy Hart.
Mike and Dawn, as you know, one of the most interesting subjects we've been keeping tabs on here tonight at Sacrifice is the relationship between the Naturals and AMW. In the past, as we know, their relationship has been, say, tenuous at best. But if I know the mouth, Jimmy Hart, he's got a plan for tonight.
Do I have a plan? You gotta be kidding me. You know, how can I plan anything? When the teams like AMW get in the ring with a natural, anything can happen, and it usually does. You know what? I've seen some of the most bloody battles between these two teams, but you know what, guys? It's all about the titles. All about the titles.
You know something, Shane? It's no secret that AMW has had their problems with the Naturals. But to be honest, we don't care for them too much either. But tonight, it's not about that.
What it's about tonight at Sacrifice, it's about putting an end to Team Canada's reign of terror.
All right, listen, man, it's a big night, guys. Jimmy, just hear me out just for a second. Black Wednesday can happen right here in TNA. I'm just telling you, trust me. Did you hear what I said to Larry Zabisco about 30 minutes ago? I'm telling you, TNA's headed to Spike. You guys could be headed to the unemployment line. I promise you. I'm dead serious. Jimmy, you know how wrestling promoters are. What have you done for me lately? You know what? Usually it's not enough. Then you're kicked out the back door. I'm telling you, guys, you better hold on to those belts. Because not if, but when I get my title shot, I'm beating Raven, and then there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, the TNA hierarchy can do about it. I'm telling you guys.
Are you kidding me? What are you doing here? You haven't talked to us in 9 months. Now you want to come and have a conversation with us?
Oh, Jimmy, you're missing the point. Think. I know you're not a Mensa candidate. You are either. What's the combined IQ, baby? 35? Jimmy, listen, guys, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. TNA management has it out for all of us. We gotta stick together, Jimmy. Comrades, brothers in arms. I promise you, Jimmy, we have to stick together. Black Wednesday can happen here.
Hey, you know what? Let me just say this. You know, Jarrett, you're right about one thing. I've seen it happen a million times in this business, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's paranoia. Paranoia. I can see it on your face. Paranoia. You know what, guys? We have just got to worry about one thing, and that's Team Canada. Let's go. Come on.
You got more than that to worry about, I promise you.
Paranoia.
You're gonna get a pink slip, Hart, I promise you.
Paranoia.
Where's AMW?
Last I saw the locker room.
I'm headed there.
Is scheduled for one fall, about to make his way to the ring, weighing in at 213 pounds, Shelley.
It was back in the month of June at Slammiversary when Alex Shelley was pinned. He was defeated by Shocker. Then in July on Impact, Alex Shelley evened the score at 1-1 when he pinned Shocker in the Super X Cup tournament. Tonight, it's the third and rubber match in the series.
And his opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 235 pounds, this is Shocker.
He is the superstar from Mexico, and Shocker compares this third match in the series, this rubber match, to the lucha libre style of wrestling that he's used to in Mexico. Many of the matches in Mexico are 2 out of 3 falls matches, and he's looking at this bout like it's the 3rd and deciding fall. They're even up 1-1.
I'll tell you what, both those matches that they've had were classics, Mike. As we saw Alex Shelley beat Shocker with Shocker's own finishing move the last time. Alex Shelley, very crafty, very hard to wrestle as he's such a good match-style wrestler, and he'll get you in ways that you won't see. But Shocker's almost the same way. Both of them, very different styles, very hard to prepare for.
You've been looking over the shoulder at my notes.
Oh, no, yeah.
I have right here one of the interesting twists of the rivalry was that Shelley's win over Shocker, you're right, came when Shelley used the Shocker Spear, his own pinning move, to beat him in his own game, and I mentioned that to Shocker. And Shocker told me, watch out for the series of submission moves that I'm going to use tonight against Alex Shelley. I said, give me some more information. He said, sit back and watch.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying and gratifying than to beat somebody at their own game. To beat somebody who thinks they do it better than anybody else, and if you beat them at their game, then that's what, it says about you, that you're the better opponent. But right now you see them, they're very, very equal as they're locked up down there. You're not going to see the triple somersaults off the top rope in this match, but you're going to get a clinic in wrestling, I'll tell you that.
Huge advantage when it comes to in-ring experience for the man on the right of the screen, Shocker. 33 years of age and a 13-year pro, former NWA light heavyweight champion, a title recognized in Mexico. Alex Shelley, his opponent, is just 22, Don, and he's only been wrestling pro, can you believe this, for 3 years?
I'll tell you what, he's got a great future, but look at what Shocker's doing to that leg there of Alex Shelley as he just bending it almost completely back. Think of the pain as he gets a hold of the rope. Wow, you were right, just what Shocker had told us he was going to do, something a little different. I mean, that leg was twisted like a pretzel.
You're right, it was like a single leg crab where he totally focused his offense on the knee of Alex Shelley. Feeling out process as they lock it up, collar and elbow, and then the deep arm drag takedown by Shocker, who stakes out the arm of Shelley.
Look how he's extending the elbow right there.
Key.
Taking it in the direction it's not supposed to go. I mean, he's going to do whatever he can. Take out a leg, take out an arm. Oh, look at that. I mean, that's not even something you like to look at, is that elbow kind of hyperextended right there. Shelley realizes he's got to roll out of it.
We've mentioned how Alex Shelley is a real student of the game. The hours and hours that he spends studying videotapes from wrestling all over the world. Very much of a European influence in his wrestling style. And you're right, primarily relying on submissions, and Don, you said it best. I think in Shocker's mind, he's got to beat Shelley at his own game after Shocker did him in with the Shocker Spear in the Super X Cup tournament.
I'll tell you what, it was a nice way to see Alex Shelley get out of that as he used the kicks to the back of the head, and now he's working on the leg of Shocker, obviously going to get a little payback right there. I'll tell you what, Alex Shelley's the kind of wrestler, you take the legs out of him, and it's even more damaging than other guys. Some guys are so strong upper body that they can use their arm strength, but not that Shelley isn't, but you take away his legs, and that's his whole force there, as he likes to work you there low on the mat.
Well, Shelley dropped down that time, tried to pop the knee of Shocker, and check this out.
Oh, look
now
at it.
Wrapping the leg and the knee around the steel cable around that ring rope, and then the drop kick with velocity and force directly into the kneecap.
Referee Rudy Charles telling me he doesn't want it to go that way, but man, that had to hurt. Oh, nice move, and you see Shelley go all the way over the top. Shocker timed that perfectly so that Shelley had no chance, and wow, did you see Shocker showing his effort?
Oh!
But it cost him.
Shelley moved out of the way. Shocker with a little bit of a hot dog move, the handstand on the apron and then down to the floor, and Shelley was prepared, drilled him with the kick, went for a tornado-style DDT on the floor. It's blocked by Shocker, who drops him face first across the apron.
Oh, look at this. Oh! Backbreaker right there. As you can see, Shelley grabbing the lower back, and Shocker getting the momentum back in his favor.
Lucha-style backbreaker. The tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Shocker has Shelley in trouble, and then the follow knife edge chop. You could hear that echo throughout the impact zone.
Oh, nice counter right there by Alex Shelley as you saw him knock the arm away and just take that neck and drive it into the ropes.
Great move by Shelley. Shocker took out his knees.
I'll tell you what, it's almost been counter with these guys, and everyone tries to go for an assault. Oh, he caught him that time. Shelley couldn't get out of the way.
Springboard into the crossbody block by Shocker, turns the match in his favor. We're going to take another look at this one, I think, DW. They notify us in the truck that we're going to take another view.
Oh, you can see him. He just caught him. Lucky the mat was there. He was about 3 inches away from hitting his head on that concrete, and that would have been it.
Right hand to the side of the head. Stopped Shelley as he tried to get back up to his feet, and Shocker plants him in the corner.
Man, those are... Look at those blows. A nice elbow right there by Shelley, and he returns the favor with the open hand slaps to the chest. Man, look at that, and they just... Oh! Man!
Rights and lefts from a fired-up Shocker who wants to prove that he's the better man in this rubber match in the best of 3. Shot off into the corner. Caught him with the clothesline, and then that's the smart way to do it. The combination moves, the follow bulldog, and then the kick right into the faithful extension of the leg.
Oh, he caught him right in the nose right there. You can see he's going for the submission.
Wow!
Oh!
That's a twisting figure 4 is the only thing that I can think of to call it, as he just twisted right into the submission hole.
Oh, Shelley's trying to get to the ropes, and you can see the pain on his face. He's trying to drag Shocker as best he can. Shocker pulling him back into the middle, and you can see the pain on Alex Shelley's face right there, Mike. And he's trying to counter out of it, but he's got to be careful because if he rolls over his back, he can get pinned. He gets the rope.
Desperation move by Alex Shelley there, taking the leg of Shocker and just using all of his strength to pry it off the impact point and then reach out and grab the bottom rope and get the rope break.
I'll tell you what, Shocker has done better homework, I feel like, in this match. He seemed to have just had the momentum a little bit more. Shelley's always able to counter. That's a good one right there with the knees into the chest, and now Shelley sends the message right back to Shocker.
DDT, here's the pin, here's 2, no!
I'll tell you what, I don't even know how you kick out of something like that. I mean, it's just instinct.
And you can see by the look on the face of Alex Shelley that he was as surprised as you were that Shocker was able to power out before the 3 count.
Oh, nice block right there by Shocker. Look, he rolls him up. Oh, he's got him in the headlock right there with the leg.
He said, look for a move that I'm going to use that's similar in a way. He described it to an abdominal stretch, except I'm going to be on the mat. I guess that was it, as he had the leg seized, he had the arm and head seized at the same time.
Look, oh, again, as he does another move to the legs. I mean, he's working these legs like a magician right there. Shelley again trying to get to the ropes. He's just close enough to reach out and grab him. He was lucky where he was at in the ring right there.
And we are seeing, Don, what we anticipated and what you mentioned just a couple of minutes ago. The fact that Shocker, with the released German suplex there, has done his homework against Alex Shelley.
Oh, nice elbow right there. Shelley just trying to get some daylight between the two of them so that he can work something in. He's got the leg. Oh, did you see it?
Twisting, dragon screw, leg whip.
Wait a minute, but Shocker countered it.
No, just a 2 count for Shocker.
What a matchup. I'm telling you, again, Shocker realized where he was at and able to use the momentum of Alex Shelley and turn it into a near fall.
Shocker takes Shelley, but he's reversed. Shelley fires him off into the corner. Shocker out to the ring apron.
Slams his head right there into the
slingshot move. Drop the elbow right across the chest.
Alex Shelley's in trouble right here. Shocker, he's just been wanting to show this crowd, and he's so good and he's so well known down in Mexico, and wanting to let the impact
sunset flip.
Oh, whoa!
Through and caught him with the drop kick. And Shocker comes right back. Right back up to his feet. Drop kick into the chest. Gonna go for the Mahi straw if he can roll through.
He's got it. Oh, look at that. Shelley gets his legs on the rope right there. He got it. Shelley got the pin.
Shocker can't believe it. Alex Shelley gets the 3 count on Shocker's shoulders, and Alex Shelley gets the win in the rubber match. Let's send it to the back. Shane Douglas with James Mitchell and the Monster Abyss.
You know, James Mitchell, history is absolutely rife with great military strategists who made classic blunders. General Tojo from Japan thought he had World War II won after the preemptive strike at Pearl Harbor, but later admitted he had awoken a sleeping giant. Is it possible, just possible, James Mitchell, that you've done the same thing with the attack from Abyss on Lance Hoyt?
I'm sure we did. and we're not in the least bit concerned. After all, throughout all of pro wrestling history, there have been dozens of big men, from Andre the Giant on down. But they're all pretenders to the throne, because there's not one of them that can compare to my 6'8", 350-pound monster, Abyss. And Abyss was in the midst of a juggernaut to prove just that when he ran into a rather sizable bump in the road, Lance Hoyt. Now, Lance Hoyt, we told you you weren't a target. We told you it was just collateral damage, but you want to stand up on your hind legs and fight. Apparently, you are so mesmerized by your white trash fans and the way they incessantly chirp, Hoyt, 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 like millions of brain-dead crickets, that you're willing to put what could have been a very bright career in jeopardy. Well, I want you to know something, Lance Hoyt. Tonight, Abyss is going to do things to you so unspeakably cruel that even Saddam Hussein would consider them to be excessive. So by all means, continue to let your dirtbag fans guide you. Their cheers and support have brought you this far. And tonight, their cheers are going to lead you to your doom. There's only room for one giant in TNA, Lance Hoyt, and it's not you. It's the monster, Abyss. How does one control a 6'8", 350-pound monster the same way you would control a charging bull elephant during mating season? You don't.
Wait a minute, what's going on?
It's the monster Abyss!
Monster Abyss just came in and leveled Lance Hoyt.
What is this about?
And now you see Lance Hoyt trying to, and he got right in the back. Oh, wow!
What's the meaning behind this? 6'8", 350-pound monster!
What you have just witnessed is a foreshadowing of things to come. Not only is Abyss a monster, he's a weapon of mass destruction. And I hold the detonator.
Why you? I have nothing against you, Lance Hoyt. You just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Lance Hoyt, the crowd's going nuts, and he nails it. 1, 2, 3, just letting him have it, and takes him out of the building. Big Lance getting his revenge.
I'm here to tell you, you made the wrong choice, and you chose the wrong man.
I'm looking for a little vengeance. I'm looking for a little destruction. At Sacrifice, I'm gonna get it.
Take him out! Take him out!
Lance Hoyt! We told you it wasn't about you. We told you it wasn't personal. But now you've made it personal. At Sacrifice, Abyss will crush you like the cockroach you are.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, being led by James Mitchell. This is the Monster Abyss!
In the words of James Mitchell, wrong place, wrong time, nothing personal, Lance Hoyt. But if you're in Lance Hoyt's position, how can you feel that way when you've been assaulted by a chain-wielding, 6'8", 350-pound weapon of mass destruction, to quote James Mitchell?
And his opponent from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 295 pounds, Lance Hoyt.
Well, this is it. This is his coming out party. This is a chance to show he's a man as Lance Hoyt comes out. understand what Father Mitchell was doing. If you want to prove a point, you pick on the biggest kid you can find. That's what they did in Lance Hoyt, and Lance Hoyt wants to show that he belongs amongst the giants here in TNA.
Do you really think that they had it as a game plan to pick on Lance Hoyt, or do you buy into what Mitchell says, that there are predators and there are prey? He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, that it's nothing personal, but we know when it comes to predators or prey, which of the two that Mitchell and Abyss consider Lance Hoyt.
Oh, I guarantee you all the Hoyt chants that you hear here in the Impact Zone all the time when you hear the Hoyt, that just got under the skin of James Mitchell, and he wanted to make sure that he put a stop to it, and he just sent Abyss right after him. But look at Lance Hoyt, as he is absolutely prepared for this, and I talked to him. He's so fired up, and he is going to come right after Abyss, and he's doing it.
How about that move? Slingshot cross body block by a man who is 6 feet 9 inches tall and 275 pounds. DW, if we had a tail of the tape, you'd see that Lance Hoyt's actually an inch taller than Abyss, but boy, giving up 75 pounds in weight, 350 to 275.
You know what I find ironic is that Lance Hoyt normally can beat people just with his strength. In the case of the Monster Abyss, he's going to have to beat him with his agility. And we've seen Lance Hoyt do things that men at 6'9" don't normally do. And that's what he's going to have to do. But one thing about Abyss, you can't let up on him for 1 minute. You can't open that door a crack, because Abyss will go right in and shut it behind him.
Back first, directly into the steel safety rail. You notice there that for just a second, Lance Hoyt took his focus off Abyss and looked at James Mitchell. That's a trap you can't fall into if you're going to succeed against this monster.
Well, that's the danger you have when you bring the match outside of the ring. You're bringing it there in Mitchell's territory. And Lance Hoyt made a simple mistake. It's one of those things that you'll learn. As you see Abyss just slam his head right there on the steel steps.
If you break it down further, yes, experience edge to Abyss, plus big match experience edge to Abyss as well. You called it a coming out party. Couldn't have put it better myself. In my mind, this is the first major singles match on pay-per-view for Lance Hoyt. You're right, Don. This is where he can prove himself as Abyss. Oh, no! Just sandwiched him in the corner.
I'll tell you what, when he gets momentum, if he can get it back, and we know how Abyss can end it with one quick black hole slam, but if he gets momentum on his side, Lance Hoyt has got to be relentless. He has got to be non-stop. He can't let Abyss catch his breath if he's going to beat this monster in the ring out here tonight. Oh, golly, fun! You can hear those all the way vibrating through the arena.
Yeah, check out referee Andrew Thomas. He wants nothing to do with the Monster Abyss. Sort of reminds me of last month at No Surrender, the officials that were injured. And you recall the situation where they went to Larry Zbyszko. They said it's an unsafe working situation here for us. They want nothing to do with refereeing the rematch later tonight. BG James gets the duty instead.
Oh, there's going to be so many questions answered. Oh, as you see, when you're that tall, the leg goes up a little too high, and not many people will go their leg over the top rope. Uh-oh, he's got him. This could be a huge choke slam right here as Lance Hoyt's trying to fight out of it.
And he does. Pair of elbows, the side of the head, but man, came off the ropes. But the Monster Abyss just dropped him right in his tracks. Lethal lariat that time.
You got to be wondering what's going through the mind of Lance Hoyt right there. It's like he's hitting a wall. Every time he runs into Abyss, it's just a huge 350-pound wall. Oh! Frog splash off the ropes right there. That has to knock the wind out of you.
Middle rope splash count 2. No. Whoa. Lance Hoyt digging down deep to power out, use his leg strength after he had 350 pounds come splashing down on top of him from the middle rope.
I'm wondering what kind of strategy Mitchell's going to use. As you see, Abyss is holding his ears right there. I'm wondering what kind of strategy he's going to use. Is he just going to try to beat him up, embarrass him, humiliate him? Or is he going to try to go for a quick pin to prove a point? Right now, it looks like the former as he just slams him into the ring post.
Shoulder first goes Lance Hoyt. Big Lance from Big D from Dallas, Texas. Just had his shoulder driven directly into the steel ring post by Abyss.
Oh, just powers him down with the foot right there. Lance Hoyt has got to find a way to turn this around, and that's just not an easy thing to do. And like you said, this is his biggest match to date in TNA.
I thought it was interesting that James Mitchell, as he, sends him now against shoulder first into the other side of the ring, directly into the steel.
You can see him holding that shoulder as he hit it just dead on. I'm gonna tell you something. It's hard enough to beat Abyss with 2 arms. You're not gonna do it with 1.
If I can pick up my point, I thought it was interesting that Mitchell, during the interview, referred to Abyss as among the best of the giants in professional wrestling ever. And boy, Don, that's really tough to argue with.
It's hard to believe how agile Abyss is for his size. Oh, Hoyt comes back with a little counter right there.
And talk about agility from a big man. How about a mid-rope clothesline as Lance Hoyt came flying off the second rope. Now, shot off into the ropes is Lance Hoyt. Swinging a miss with the clothesline, shoulder block takes down Abyss.
I'll tell you what, he even took the shoulder that he hit into the post earlier. That's just sucking it up and fighting through the pain as he just nails Abyss with it. Oh, took a little too much time right there. You just can't take too much time with this guy.
And left himself open for a boot to the midsection.
Oh, wait a minute.
Caught in midair. There's the choke slam. That's the move that you talked about earlier. You thought we'd see it from Abyss. This time we see it from Lance.
Lance Hoyt gonna go up here doing a X Division style.
You ever seen a 6'9", 275-pound wrestler moonsault? He just did.
Did something.
Here's the pin.
1, 2. Oh, he fights out of it. Unbelievable. But Lance Hoyt brings the crowd to their feet right there.
Boy, that would have really punctuated the coming out party of Lance Hoyt. Now, heads back to the corner. Is he gonna measure him for a super kick? I'm not sure what he's got in mind, but Abyss gets back up to his feet using the ring ropes, charges at him and says,
oh, right into a black hole slam.
Black hole slam.
1, 2. What? What? He got out of it. I thought it was over. Look at Abyss. He can't believe it. Nobody gets out of the black hole slam.
You can't see the facial expression because of the mask, but boy, you know what's going on underneath there.
You can see the eyes. They told the story.
Right, that tells it all. Mitchell, steel chair pulled. Look at this pull apart now. Oh, tug of war between Andrew Thomas.
Oh!
And
Abyss uses it against him.
Big boot. Cover.
1, 2. Got it. No!
Oh, man, that was close. You don't get closer than that.
Oh, that was a chance for Lance Hoyt right there to put the exclamation point on it. But you gotta give this big guy credit. He's got no quit in him. Able to kick out of the black hole slam, and here he goes.
Right hand to the side of the head. And another. Wow, Abyss just dropped down into the corner. Now Lance Hoyt. Well, goes with the boot now. Gonna go back to the steel chair.
Well, hey, Abyss brought it into the ring. As far as I'm concerned, it's fair play for Lance Hoyt.
Positioning the chair directly above Abyss.
Oh, what is he gonna do here?
I don't have any idea. But Lance Hoyt is on the ring apron on the complete opposite side.
You are kidding me! Unbelievable! All the way from the ropes, he's got him. 2, it's over. No! Somehow the monster Abyss kicked out. Unreal!
What the hell do you have to do to pin this monster?
I mean, he went all the way across, got the kick on the chair. That was incredible. As the crowd goes crazy for their guy, I'll tell you what, he's proven to me he can stand toe-to-toe with the best of them.
Wow. I still can't get over that drop kick.
We gotta see that again if it's possible.
So.
Look at this. Oh,
my God! Wow, that's unbelievable. To the ropes goes Hoyt. Attempt at the back body drop fails.
Oh!
Pin! 1, 2.
No! He got him! You gotta give it to him, though, Professor. He came out there. He didn't duck. He didn't run. He didn't hide.
We talked earlier about how last month on pay-per-view, Chris Sabin raised his stature even in defeat. I think we just saw the same thing with Lance Hoyt. Yes, the monster Abyss gets the win. Let's take another look, Don.
Oh, he just came at him, but the momentum was too much. Abyss able to grab it, and this time, there was no way he was kicking out of another black hole slam. Not after all the effort he put out in that match.
We're going to send it to the back. Our broadcast colleague, the franchise Shane Douglas, standing by with special referee BG James.
Now, Lance Hoyt.
I'm standing by with Brian James of 3 Live Crew, and quite frankly, BG, I've got to tell you, hats off to Larry Zbyszko from the Rules Committee for finally forcing you into position to make a decision with your family. He put that match, that shirt on you for a reason. As your brothers go up against Monty Brown and Kip Brown, the reasoning for that match is to find out where your head is. And there's one thing, plain and simple. Your brothers want to know where your head is. TNA wants to know where your head is. Hell, the whole world wants to know where your head is.
Well, Shane Douglas, how apropos that the name of the pay-per-view is Sacrifice, because tonight I feel like the sacrificial lamb. Zbyszko, you must think I'm Daniel because you've thrown me in the lion's den. You see, Shane, I'm a referee tonight, but I tape my fist because I don't know who my friends are or who my foes are.
With all due respect, bro, check this out. From day one, you know how we roll. You know what we're about. We're like brothers, man. I never lost hope in you. Word is born between all of us, man. We had some bumpy roads, but we can get past this if we want to.
Let's do it.
Only person we got to convince is Conan.
You're gonna have to talk to
It's gonna take us.
Are you ready to talk now?
Yeah, I'm ready to talk. Are you ready to listen?
Yes, I'm ready to
You asked Shane where his head is? It's up his rear end. I don't trust you anymore. I don't believe in you anymore. And I can't believe you let Kip James do this to us. You know what? Why don't you stab me in the back right now? Don't wait till we get in the middle of the ring.
I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, you're damn right. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Man, we like brothers, dog.
No, we ain't like nothing. I can't believe you keep standing up for him.
You know what? We got Spike TV coming up. Let's do this thing together. Now that we stick it out. Make it right tonight, BG. Come on, dog.
Talk to him. You gotta talk to him. True.
Let's go back and see what brought 3 Live Crew to this point at Sacrifice tonight.
BG, give it to him!
My actions will speak louder than any words I could stand here and tell you.
Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that me and BG James were one of the greatest tag teams ever, and soon to be again.
But check this out. 3 Live Crew, you know how we roll. Have a little faith in BG. He gave us his word, dog.
But not only BG James, but his whole family has been great to me since the start of my career.
Yo, man, he needs to make up his mind. Is he with us? Is he with him?
That's why I announce not only in honor of BG James, but his whole family, including the Bullet, when he looked at me and said, you know what? You're just like one of my sons.
A little trust and faith, and at the end of the day, BG will do the damn thing.
Tonight and forever after, I change my name to Kip James.
I don't have any faith in him anymore.
Oh, you didn't know?
When we roll, word is born. That's all need to be said to me, all right?
And you see coming up the pounds! Oh, he pounds is the truth!
Right, BG?
There is BG James!
Referee Rudy Charles down to make the count. The alpha male Monty Brown gets the win for his team.
If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you! Oh, no, no, no. My brother.
You've been instigating a lot of problems with this tag team situation. Look, your brother. Look what happened at the last pay-per-view, man.
It's an unsafe work environment, Larry.
It's always been unsafe, Rudy. You guys are referees and professional wrestlers.
Look, see, you got it all wrong, just like all the fans do. I am not the instigator here. I am the victim, and I'm stuck in the middle.
I need referees out there that can do the job. That's why you get the big box. They're complaining about an unsafe work environment here. Well, that's not my problem.
You know what? I will not do that match. I'm done. If I was a TNA official, I wouldn't get in that ring either.
Larry, that goes flawless. Here you go, buddy. You're instigating it, you can get in the middle of it. You're going to be the special referee in Sacrifice.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Everybody, here they come! The crew! If you see Conan and the crew coming in and letting them have it! Oh, this thing is just got a life of its own, and it's all about BG James, and he still is not committed to anything.
It's been a month, and we haven't heard from BG. Come and holler at us. You know where we're at.
I am the victim, and I'm stuck in the middle.
He gave us his word, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, NWA TNA proudly brings to you not one, not two, but the 3 live crew. Lord have mercy.
Oh, you didn't know? You think you better call somebody?
You're a day late and $1 short. Where your trust and faith at?
He's my brother.
Have a little faith in PG. He gave us his word, dog.
Who's he with? Because the bottom line is, I don't have any faith in him anymore. You need to choose Kid James or the 3 Live Crew.
It is time for the return match from last month at No Surrender. Ron Killings and Conan against Kip James and the Alpha Male.
This mother is a bad jam.
Beware, coming for you. Remix, 3 Live Crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome to the ring your official referee for the following contest, BG James.
It's certainly a time of truth for BG James and the 3 Live Crew. Let's see what the special referee does.
Introducing the combatants, first of all, from Orlando, Florida, now wrestling out of Marietta, Georgia. He weighs in at 270 pounds. This is Kip James.
Did you hear JB? Now hailing out of Marietta, Georgia. And Jeremy Borash told me that he was instructed to say that by Kip James. Of course, if you've been a long-time wrestling fan, you realize that the Armstrong clan, headed by Bullet Bob Armstrong, the father of BG James, well, they came from Marietta, Georgia. This is going to be interesting. Maybe we can watch what happens here as Kip James gets into the ring, makes eye contact with his longtime former tag team partner.
Well, Kip James has been playing mind games with Conan and Ron the Truth Killings from day one. And I'm still wondering where BG's loyalty lies.
Introducing his tag team partner from the Serengeti. He weighs in at 260 pounds. He is the Alpha Male, Monty Brown.
Well, there certainly is a difference of opinion from this man, the Alpha Male Monty Brown, and his partner Kip James, when it comes to BG as special referee. Monty totally against it. He said after pouncing BG all over TNA, how can we expect to get a fair shake? Kip says his brother, quote unquote, will see things their way.
This mother is a bad jam.
Beware, coming for you. The remix, 3 Live Crew.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 465 pounds. They are the team of Conan and Truth, 2/3 of the 3 Live Crew.
Oh, it starts right off the bat, Mike. As you can see, Monty Brown and Kip James had a game plan. They were not going to let Conan come in, do his little stick that he likes to do with the fans. They were not going to let Ron the Truth Killings get any of the momentum on his own. Good strategy, good start, I think, on the part of Kip James and Monty Brown.
Boy, I guess we should expect nothing less after the wild tag match these 4 had last month at No Surrender. No less than 2 TNA referees, Andrew Thomas, Mark Johnson, were injured. Of course, all the TNA referees, including senior official Rudy Charles, went to Larry Zbyszko of the championship committee. They refused to officiate. They said, fine us, suspend us, or fire us. We want nothing to do with this, and that's when Larry Z gave the referee's shirt to BG James.
Well, that was a good move, too, on Larry Zbyszko's part. A decision had to be made. It was time to put BG James right there in the firing line. Have him make a decision, and wow, Conan showing his strength right there as he takes Kip James now over the ropes, and you see Ron the Truth Killings letting Monty Brown have it on that end.
Killings fired off into the corner.
Look at that.
Able to avoid the contact and then drops down to avoid it again.
Catches the kick right there.
Alpha Male didn't avoid that. Great kick from the Truth. Well, you're right. Great power game by Konnan here in the early going as we see the double team move. Konnan with the drop kick to the side of the head of Kip James.
Oh, you can see right here as Konnan is setting up Kip James and see if Ron the Truth Killings can split the uprights.
Oh, yeah!
He does! Wow!
Dead
precision, baby.
Right through the uprights that time. Konnan with the Make-A-Wish, and Ron the Truth Killings with the perfectly placed leg drop.
Oh, I tell you what, as you see Konnan not going to allow Kip James to catch his breath at any sort. And oh, here comes the Truth fighting Monty Brown as the momentum has turned so quickly.
You know, as I see Konnan pick up a chair down, it's almost like deja vu. Oh! We saw it during the video package. I just had a flashback. Remember a couple of months ago when Kip James hit Konnan with that vicious steel chair shot, sidelined Konnan for over a month.
Well, the big question is, how is BG James going to referee this? Is he going to be partial to the crew? Is he going to be torn and call it right down the line? Is he going to be partial to Kip James and make a statement? There's questions of loyalty. There's questions of betrayal. There's just questions of envy, jealousy. So many questions out there that have got to be answered.
Matchup has been so wild in the early going in the opening minutes. We really haven't been able to see, except now we see BG James telling Konnan, his longtime 3 Live Crew tag team partner, to stay outside the ring on the apron, but behind his back, Kip James and the Alpha Male Monty Brown are double teaming the Truth.
Well, BG James restoring order right there.
That's what he had to do.
Getting it back to being a tag match, and I think he realized it was going to be a filling out process as we see the power of Monty Brown right there. He had to let them guys get it out of their system. Oh, Monty Brown mimicking BG. He doesn't trust BG for 1 second, nor should he.
Got some celebrities from the sports world in the audience tonight here at Sacrifice. Former teammate of the Alpha Male Monty Brown, Darryl Talley, the All-Pro from the Buffalo Bills, played 2 years with Monty Brown. He's on hand, as well as Brian Josiak from the Kansas City Chiefs. All a part of this Sacrifice event, bringing out all the stars from the world of professional sports and more.
Well, that's what Monty Brown does. I mean, he is a bridge between professional athletes, professional wrestlers. I mean, he's done it both and done them both well. As you see Kip James going for the pin, and I don't think Ron the Truth was any danger there. He was just feeling it out. It didn't look like Kip James was applying all the pressure that he wanted to. I think he wants to humiliate the Truth a little bit more. I mean, this is Kip James going to be making a statement. Every chance he gets, he's going to be looking into the eyes of BG James, seeing which way BG James is going to go. Nice boot right there by Kip James on Ron the Truth. Man, he just put him down. As you can see BG going on, checking on his friend. And again, BG's a professional. He's got to be torn between the emotions of calling this down the line. And was that a slow count to you?
Well, I don't know.
I thought it was pretty good.
I think it's going to be hard to tell until we see BG James go down for the count on more than one occasion, Don. Keep an idea on what the cadence of that count was, and let's compare it down the line when we have another pinfall attempt. I mean, I've been watching BG right from the opening bell here.
Look how he keeps going and checking on the Truth, though, showing a little bit of tenderness right there that referees don't generally show. You know, Ron the Truth Killings has always believed in BG James, always. Oh, that's slow. I'm sorry, that was a little slow in my opinion. I mean, Monty Brown had his shoulders down there, and it took BG a second to go. That's just my opinion.
Man.
Look at this, just whipping him around into the face.
Cross-face shots by the Alpha Male Monty Brown. Series of those forearm-driven blows to the side of the head of Ron the Truth Killings. Crowd here at the Impact Zone, firmly behind the 3 Live Crew.
Oh, they love this guy, the former 2-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, as he fights out of that. Oh, Monty Brown, though, right in there to get the leg in and just turn him inside out. I mean, it just flipped him all the way over.
You're right, that knee right into the midsection of the Truth. Pin attempt, 2, and boy, talk about a nonchalant cover by Monty Brown. What do you think about the count that time?
Well, I felt that was a little quicker. And again, you know, BG James is the referee.
That's the key also.
He's going to have to feel this out. Maybe I'm a little too harsh on him. I want him to call it fair. Oh!
What a collision that was.
Both of them. That was one of those Mike Cameron calls Beltran right there. They both hit face to face. Boom.
Right. referring back to the New York Mets outfielders who had that collision just a couple of nights ago, as we saw the head-to-head mid-ring collision by Ron the Truth Killings and the alpha male Monty Brown. Kip James trying to get the alpha male to his side. There's the tag, he's legal. At the same time, Conan is as well. Conan charges in.
And let's face it, these are the two we want to see in the ring. These are the two that have the beef. Kip, oh, the Rolling Thunder right there by K-Dog.
Lariat, the Rolling Thunder clothesline takes him down, but now the alpha male in illegally.
Man, he just jams his face into the mat right there. Conan has got a chip on his shoulder so big, I can't believe he can carry the weight of it. As he takes the shoe off right here, releases some of the tension.
Fires it across the ring.
He hits BG instead. Oh, that's not. If you're wanting BG to call it your way, that's not going to work right there.
I mean, you have to question if that was an accident or not. It's what looked like right there. Kip James went for the famouser. Face jam by Conan instead. Alpha male gonna drop off the apron, but he didn't catch the Truth. The Truth moved out of the way.
And he caught the rail.
Boy, he sure did. Crashed and burned. Conan steel chair headed to the ring. BG's got the chair.
Oh man, now this is interesting. BG not letting him, and while the confrontation ensues between Conan and BG James, Kip James gives BG the thumbs up.
Yeah, but there was no reaction from BG one way or the other.
Look at this.
Look out.
BG takes it away from him.
Right down the middle.
Oh,
come on.
Kip doesn't like it. BG's not going to fit out with it. Here he goes. And Conan levels him. Conan knocking him. Counted. 1, 2, 3. We now know where it's going to be.
That answers all of our questions. 3 live crews back together.
And the people are so happy. The crew's back. Kip James. Monty Brown knew it. Monty Brown didn't trust BG for a second. Kip James told him it would be all right. But you see the familiar sight of Conan, BG James, and the troops together again.
What a celebration! The 3 live crew. They finally proved to each other that they are on the same page. As they go by us, I sense some frustration from the alpha male Monty Brown.
Look at this replay. Oh, you see BG sends it right into Conan and tells him, make the pin. I got your back. There it goes.
All of our questions have been answered. 3 live crew. They're back together again, and the celebration continues at Sacrifice.
Ron the Truth Killings believed in him the whole time. Believed in him the whole time. Conan had to see it firsthand.
In the month of October, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for our World Series, our Final Four, and our Super Bowl, all wrapped into one and bound for glory.
They are bold dreamers, daring warriors of a brave new world, and they are bound for glory. This is the night of their becoming, the crucible of their yearning, a time for greatness. This is the grandest event in TNA history. This is the night of their lives. TNA Wrestling presents Bound for Glory.
See the first 30 minutes free on pay-per-view.
Wow, 3.5 hours on pay-per-view coming up in October. It's Bound for Glory, Don. It's going to be the biggest pay-per-view event in TNA history.
Oh, it's our World Series. It's our Super Bowl. It's going to be the biggest thing that we do each year. Bound for Glory. When you think about Spike TV coming in October and being a part of Slam on Saturday night, what a way to kick off October, but with Bound for Glory.
Want to update you on one situation. Jeff Hardy, told by TNA management to be here at Sacrifice. He has not yet arrived. Remember what Larry Zbyszko said, if he's not here, he's gone, he's fired.
Is the X Division champion of the world. He is the
have written us, you've emailed us with your wish list when it comes to the top independent talent in the world, and TNA responded. We allowed you to vote at our website, TNAWrestling.com. We allowed you to be the matchmaker, and you spoke loud and clear. And I think now we're going to hear from the X Division champion, Mr. Daniels.
It's now time for the gospel according to the fallen angel. Jeff Jarrett has gone around TNA talking about a Black Wednesday, saying there's going to be replacements made here in TNA. And at first, I scoffed. I chalked it up to paranoia because I thought to myself, there's no one in the world that could replace the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. But then TNA is bringing someone in from the outside. Austin Aries, one of the top independent stars in the world today. Well, Austin, you may be Mr. Independent Scene. You may be Mr. Ring of Honor. But this is TNA. And tonight may be your big shot, your chance to shine on an international pay-per-view. But tonight is just a tune-up match for Mr. TNA.
His opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He weighs in at 202 pounds, Austin Aries.
When we said that the TNA fans spoke loud and clear, they certainly did. You had your chance to vote to see who would face the fallen angel Christopher Daniels in a non-title matchup. Oh, and Daniels not even waiting for the opening bell. Series of right hands here on the attack. Austin Aries had 55% of the vote, and he wins over Roderick Strong, Jay Lethal, and Matt Sydal. Wow, that is loud and clear.
Well, Mike, I got a confession to make as we see this match going on. I'll be honest with you. I went over there to see the results, and while I was on the website, I also voted for Austin Aries. And I'll tell you why. I've heard all the boys in the locker room talk about how great this talent is for Ring of Honor. I've heard the respect coming out of the voices of AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels, even though he won't admit it. I wanted to see this match also. The fans spoke, and here we go.
Austin Aries, 27 years of age, just starting his 6th year as a professional wrestler. Born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but trained in Minnesota by Eddie Sharkey, a man known for training many big stars, including the Road Warriors and so many more. As we see Aries immediately go for the pin. It's the biggest match of his life, Don, bottom line, just that simple.
Well, you gotta feel like Christopher Daniels feels this is his home turf. I mean, this is where he won the X Division Championship. This is where he's started this reign that just seems to keep going and going and going. But Austin Aries, this is a chance for him to make an impact here in TNA. A chance for him to shine. A chance for him to show the whole world that he belongs in this X Division right here.
I've watched an awful lot of Austin Aries matches on DVD and videotape, and what we're seeing here in the early going is very reminiscent of his offensive style. He usually works on his opponent's neck. Why? It's to set up his finishing moves. He uses the brainbuster, and he can come off the top with a 450 front splash that you've got to see to believe.
Well, you were in the room when I asked Christopher Daniels, you see the good drop kick right there by Austin Aries. I asked him what kind of a style is this guy, and he compared him to AJ Styles. He goes right through the ropes, cuts the distance in half, and doesn't give Daniels any chance to get out of the way.
Bottom rope tope, and this kid in his TNA debut, Austin Aries, is taking it to Mr. TNA, the X Division champion, in a knife-edge chop. Oh, that one has Daniels reeling.
I'll tell you what, when I look at Austin Aries physically, he reminds me of Petey Williams, a former X Division champion. You know, short, stocky, but yet able to do all kinds of, when you talk about all the different moves he can do off the top rope, and look at him go. Oh, man, he just twisting corkscrew over the ropes and goes for a pin.
Boy, good call, you're right. twisting move, slingshot into that twisting corkscrew pin attempt, but only able to get a 2 count. I think Daniels is surprised at the tempo of this match and the fact that Austin Aries is taking control.
Let's face it, Austin Aries has nothing to lose here. He's got nothing to lose. But there's pride on the line for the Fallen Angel.
Oh, man.
Nice backbreaker. Ooh, got him really good with that knee.
Well, you're
right on the end of that knee, too, where you can just feel the pain.
The Fallen Angel has been X Division champion since March the 13th of this year. Just a little over 5 months, but remember, Petey Williams still has the record. 5 months and 5 days, but that's going to be a short-lived record. This is a non-title matchup, and something tells me Mr. Daniels is going to keep that title past that record. He's going to be the new record holder within the next week.
Well, and we know that he's going to have to defend it at Unbreakable. It'll be either Samoa Joe or AJ Styles.
Oh, you're right.
We know that going in, so we're going to find that out. So yes, he's going to break that record. But he sure doesn't want to go into Unbreakable coming off of a loss here to Austin Aries. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't even need to see the rest of this match. There's no doubt in my mind. This kid is everything that he's been said that he was. He's the real deal, and he's already proven it to me. Oh, wow. Did you see how hard he hit me?
The impact in the corner as Daniels went to a knee. He used so much force when he Irish whipped him into the turnbuckles that he dropped to a knee, and wow, Aries just crashed.
Well, you can see Aries, he's still trying to get his composure. Daniels, that's what makes him a great champ. He doesn't give him a chance to get up. He kind of humiliates him a little bit, gets into his mind, letting him know that, hey, this is my ring, I'm Mr. TNA, at least in his mind. Boom! That knee right back into the middle of the back.
Almost as if Daniels feels like he has to teach young Austin Aries a lesson, especially with Aries taking control for several minutes at the top of this bout.
Oh, pulling back there on the neck, and right now it's all Christopher Daniels. Aries came out, really showed his stuff early, but Daniels has gotten control of this. Austin Aries is just going to have to just dig down deep right here.
That's exactly what he's doing, back up to the vertical base. Elbows to the midsection.
Oh, good elbow right there. That was the favorite thing he had left. Oh, there he goes.
Sunset
flip, two.
Oh, Daniels kicks out, powers out, right before the 3 count.
Oh, look at the power, though, of Daniels. Just so smooth. Oh, he does that, and that's about the 5th hit on the middle of that back there by Austin Aries. It's going to have to be hard for him to breathe right now.
Pin attempt off the tilt-a-whirl. Aries rolls the shoulder. Now you see the frustration coming into play here. The longer this match goes, with every minute, the X Division champion feels like he's being shown up by Austin Aries, and you saw how frustrated he got.
Oh, and you know what? He hears the crowd. A lot of these people came tonight to see Austin Aries for the first time in TNA. He knows that, and he can feel that as the crowd's just chanting for Austin Aries right here. Oh, look how smooth, though, Daniels is. He just does these things effortless.
So fluid with the moonsault, split leg style, but Aries still able to kick out. Well over 30,000 votes on our website, TNAWrestling.com. That shows how involved the TNA fans are, and at the same time, it shows how we listen to you. We give you what you want. I thought he was going to go for the wings there. Is that what it looked like?
Yeah, he did. He was a little nonchalant, and Austin Aries caught right onto it and just got right out of it. Now he's still in the corner, and he's getting humiliated right here by the slaps, but look at the determination on Aries' face. You can see the anger welling up.
Almost as if Daniels is telling that in this 6-sided ring, he's the boss with those open hand slaps to the face.
Oh, Aries, he just let him have one right back right there.
You know, Aries, the left-hander, those power moves from Aries, the forearms, the fists, the kicks, they come at you from unfamiliar angles, from unfamiliar directions, because he is a southpaw.
And look at these guys, they're just trading it back and forth, and that's a good point about it being left-handed. It's so hard to prepare for something you don't see much of, and boy, he levels Daniels with that left arm.
Sure did. Back elbow drops him as well. Caught him with another. He's gonna go for the swinging pendulum elbow. Pin, 2, kick out by Daniels.
Look how he gets himself psyched up, and then he hits him with that force right there, and man, that's gotta hurt.
The other thing that you notice, if he can get the tempo back on his side, he loves to use combinations of moves, almost like a boxer's 1-2 punch. Quickly springs back in.
Did you see that? He didn't even give Daniels a chance to set up there, Mike. Aries has got his wind back, and he's got the momentum right there, and got the pin.
2!
Oh, Daniels able to push his face up and get his shoulder.
Did you notice how Daniels' eyes rolled into the back of his head when he caught him with the drop kick?
Oh, look at this. Daniels right now, his equilibrium is messed up. His balance is messed up. Aries knows it, and he goes right for another one.
10!
Oh,
Wow.
Sheer instinct right there. That's just sheer instinct.
I think you're right. Almost on fumes that time. And it really all goes back to that corner drop kick with such impact, such power.
Daniels, though, that's one thing that makes him a great champion. Any type of a window that's open just an inch, he'll open it all the way, and he did right there. As Aries just made one simple mistake, Daniels able to capitalize on it and take advantage. And now there he goes for the BME, but he misses it. And I like what Aries did. He waited till the very last second, rolled out of the way.
Oh, what a
now
kick!
He's got the momentum as he catches him right in the face with that kick.
Best moonsault ever. Did not connect, but boy, that kick sure did. To the top.
Here he goes. Oh!
That's the 450 I told you about earlier.
1, 2. Oh, barely got his hand on the rope.
Oh, how close can you be?
And I'll tell you something. I think that could have been called a pin because he didn't quite get a hold of it. That's where he got a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
Boy, that 450 front splash was on target. Daniels reached back and his fingertips barely grazed the ropes. Referee Johnson gave him the benefit of the doubt. STO, judo takedown. He's got his feet on the rope.
Oh, no. Now Johnson knows it. Mark Johnson not going to let it happen. That's what a good ref does. 2 count. Oh. Daniels, wait a minute.
By Aries.
He's got him. Oh, Daniels fights out with everything he's got. But I'll tell you what, while he's arguing with the referee, that almost cost him.
Watch the backside. Oh, another near fall. Aries he's done everything except just get that 3 count.
Oh, he has made an incredible debut here at TNA. See if Daniels can reverse it. Here he goes with the Angel's wings. Oh, and he hit it perfectly.
X Division champion planted.
Oh, no.
Angel's wings leads to a 1, 2, 3.
What a debut. What a debut by Austin Aries. Come on. He gave it everything he had. He just went into that one. And that was one of the most brutal angel wings I've ever seen. That was frustration and emotion coming out when he planted it right there in the mat.
We said it last month with Chris Sabin in the loss to Samoa Joe. We mentioned it earlier tonight. Lance Hoyt in the loss to Abyss, and I think you can say it again. What a great effort, even in defeat, by Austin Aries.
Oh, there's a shot right there. You can see he had his feet on the ropes, and Mark Johnson saw it right there. Look at this Angel's wing.
Wow.
Oh, man. His face is imprinted there on the mat. There was just no way he was getting up from that one.
Look on the face tells me the X Division champ thinks that he just escaped with the win over Austin Aries.
Oh, you better believe he escaped. Aries came in here prepared to show something in TNA.
To Shane Douglas with America's Most Wanted.
Chris Harris, James Storm. We all heard Jimmy Hart and the Naturals' comments earlier tonight as they said, sacrifice ain't about you and the Naturals tonight. It's all about Team Canada.
First of all, Shane, not a day goes by that won't be about us and the Naturals just a little bit. Now tonight, if what we have to do is team with the Naturals, do you think we really want to? No. But if we have to team with the Naturals to take out Team Canada, that's what we're going to do. But once we take out Team Canada, it's back to business as usual, because then we take out the Naturals and win back our tag team titles.
James, you look a little pissed off tonight.
Shane, it's no secret. I am always in a bad mood. And Team Canada, when I get to the ring, I'm going to be in a little worse mood than I am right now.
Hey, listen, come on, Jeff, not again. I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm just here to talk to you. Just give me a minute. I'm serious, Shane. I'll make a believer out of you before it's all over. Tonight could be the biggest night of your careers. I know it's the biggest night of my career. I'm dead serious. Hear me out, guys. TNA is headed to Spike in October, right? It's not a rumor, it's a fact. There will be major changes before October. And you guys, I consider you the cornerstones, or some of the cornerstones of TNA. You agree? Come on, guys, listen to me. If you're the cornerstones, then why in the world do I know that it is for a fact you're not on the release list, you're on the to be fired list? I'm telling you, major changes, it's already happening. Austin Aries, you ever heard of him? That match he was just in. You ever heard of Austin Aries? No, we haven't, but you know what? TNA management has. And then Rhino last month, if I wouldn't have got to him, guys, there's no telling what would have happened. We're all going to be released. We're all going to be fired up. I'm just telling you guys, don't trust anybody from TNA.
First of all, Jeff Jarrett, we don't trust anybody. I don't trust my mama. I don't trust my third cousin removed from my dad's side whose dog got ran over the other day. And I sure in the hell don't trust you because, Jeff Jarrett, you are full of...
Wait, listen, Cowboy. Listen, before you go spouting off at the mouth, just hear me out. I know for a fact they're not just talking to big names, they're talking to big tag team names.
Tag team names?
Yes.
Listen, Jeff, you're talking a lot of smack right now, all right? But do you have any proof? Do you have proof? Prove it.
Guys, I don't like to be called a liar. That's just plain and simple. I don't like to be called a liar. Remember Black Wednesday?
Yeah.
About 20 guys. Some were good, some were bad, some were average, and some were duds. You guys go figure it out. Come October, there will be major changes.
You should just let me punch. Hold on. Come here a second.
Check this out. Jerry Lynn, X-Division pioneer, is sidelined with an injury to his rotator cuff.
Tonight, you're gonna see exactly what I'm made of. I'm not gonna be some pushover. Tonight, I will make sure that the best man wins.
That's what we're expecting from a referee. These are two warriors. You don't need that, Sean Waltman. You don't need it at all. You're exactly right. Settle it amongst yourselves. Settle it in the ring. Styles clashes him. He kicks his hands off the rope. There comes the clash. Did you see that? Roll him over. 1, 2.
Who the hell asked you to be in the match anyways? Quit trying to steal my spotlight, pal. That's right.
Your spotlight. You wouldn't have a spotlight if it wasn't for me and all the matches we had years ago. I'm the one who fed you when you had no food to eat. When you got called up to the big leagues, I never heard from you again. Apparently, I'm not a big enough superstar to hang with.
That's
Apparently,
right.
You're too busy with your clip.
That's right. I work 300 damn days a year, pal. I see a fire in your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
You feeling froggy, pal?
Oh, yeah. I'll jump.
Well, how about jumping that sacrifice? Let's do it. You and me, boy, jump on me. I'm gonna tell you this one time. Stay out of my business. Do not interfere in my business, or it will cost you dearly.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, about to make his way to the ring, weighing in at 220 pounds, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is 6'5", Sean Waltman.
Don West, there are personal and there are professional rivalries. But as we just saw in that video package detailing this incredible history between these two men, I think it's safe to say that this is one of both. It's both personal and it's professional.
I mean, think about the history between these two. What incredible footage we saw of those two going against each other, 13, 14 years ago. They grew up in this business together. You have got to realize that there is emotions between these two right now that most people don't understand.
Sean Waltman makes his way around the ring. A matchup that we've been talking about, and we've told you that it's 13 years in the making. This is the first time they've squared off in well over a decade. And I think it's time for what's going to be a very emotional return to the ring for the man who's been labeled as the true pioneer of the X-Division. It's time to welcome back Jerry Lynn to TNA. JB, let's bring him home.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. After a one-year absence due to a severe shoulder injury, the pioneer of the X-Division, Jerry Lynn.
second, because both Don and I are like everybody else in this damn Impact Zone. We're on our feet to welcome back Jerry Lynn to TNA.
Mike, before this gets started, as you just feel the love from this crowd for this great warrior, and both of these guys, they know they're seeing something special. I heard a story, and I got to ask you about it. I heard that your love of this sport was waning, and it was these two early on in like '92 that brought you back. Is there any truth to that story?
Boy, Don, you're right on the money there. You're right. I remember tuning in to Global Wrestling on ESPN. I remember watching Jerry Lynn against Shawn the Lightning Kid Waltman. And what I witnessed, I guess quite honestly what I'm going to say is, there were two pioneers in what has evolved into the X Division, and that was something really special and nice to see. The pre-match handshake between these two. Shawn Waltman and Jerry Lynn essentially put lighter weight wrestlers back on the map when they wrestled on ESPN. It was the first step in what became the cruiserweight division in WCW, and now it's evolved into the signature division right here in TNA, the X Division, and boy, they've come an awful long way.
Well, I tell you what, seeing Jerry Lynn come back after your absence, it brings out so many emotions for me, Mike. I remember my first show in Huntsville, Alabama, seeing Jerry Lynn in that four-way with AJ Styles, Low Key, and Psychosis, and it just put me in awe of the athleticism and the hard work that these guys do, and I've been the most mega fan, and you know it ever since. And it's because of that man right there, and then to see the legends like Shawn Waltman and realize you got two of them in the ring right now. This is something that a lot of people paid to see, just this match.
Interesting feeling out process here in the opening minute. But we saw Jerry, I think, maybe try and get under the skin of Shawn Waltman a little bit with those open hand slaps. When you think back to the injury, and we saw it in the video package, just how graphic that footage was. In essence, what happened is that the tendon in his rotator cuff was completely torn off at the bone. He eventually had surgery in September of 2004, almost a year on the sidelines, but it's great to have him back in TNA.
Look at this. Right away, Shawn Waltman goes for that left arm and pulling it. He's going to test that shoulder. I mean, really, a lot of you might think that's dirty wrestling at this point, but hey, Jerry Lynn's back in the ring. If he's well enough to get back in that ring, then he's, well enough to go, and Shawn Waltman deserves every right to test that shoulder. He needs to find out what Jerry Lynn's got, and a win is a win right here. That's what professionals do. They find a weakness and they exploit it.
And that's what professional wrestling is all about. It's taking advantage of a situation. And you're right, Don, you cannot deny that from Shawn Waltman. Once Jerry Lynn got medically cleared, once in his mind, he said that he was ready to get back in the six-sided ring. There's no problem if Shawn Waltman works on that shoulder.
I'll tell you what, Jerry Lynn, you talk about hard work and dedication. I remember him walking around here for 6 months with his arm in a sling, working, doing everything he could to be a part of TNA. Everything that he could. There's mimics Shawn Waltman a little bit. And when he got the clearance, it could work out again. I mean, he got himself back into fighting weight. Man, he's just, he's got to feel good to be out there.
We talked about this being both professional and personal. A little personal there with the chop from Lynn. You're right, mimicking Shawn Waltman.
But you know what? If Shawn Waltman's going to work on the shoulder, he has a right to try to play mind games with him. I mean, it's all's fair in love and war out there, buddy.
Really interesting watching this match unfold, isn't it? Watching the two styles evolve and watching both Waltman and Lynn try and get the upper hand on each other, but I think you have to admit it's been pretty even to this point.
Oh yeah, there's nobody that's got any kind of an advantage at this point. I mean, it's just a dance right now. It's just a dance, and someone's going to have to take the lead. Oh, nice kick right there by Jerry Lynn. Let's see what he does as he works his way on the ropes. Oh, and he spins him around and sends him over.
Double spring into the arm drag takeover. Oh,
nice spin kick by Waltman, though.
It was almost like a leg lariat, the way he put all of his power behind the leg and just overpowered Lynn to take him down.
The good part for Jerry Lynn was he was close enough to Shawn Waltman where he couldn't get the full extension on that spin kick right there. It actually probably cushioned the blow just a little bit.
Boy, I've just been handed a note here that go to TNAWrestling.com this upcoming week for information about tickets going on sale for Bound for Glory. coming up in the month of October. We talked about it earlier, Don. Looks like it's going to be TNA Super Bowl World Series Final Four rolled into one. Check it out.
Oh, what a move! Gary Lynn set him up, and we'll go back to that, Mike, but he just set him up and sent Sean Waltman through the ropes. Jerry Lynn showing he's still got it. I'll tell you what, that's going to be a tough ticket to get. You better go to TNA.com because think about it. If you want to be a part of it, you need to take care now as Jerry Lynn just comes right at him. Oh, man, Jerry Lynn, though, looks like he hurt himself.
That's what I'm wondering. You saw Jerry Lynn come off the ring post, off the top rope, crashing down onto Waltman with the cross body block. But as Jerry Lynn got up, was he favoring the shoulder there? Almost looked like it, the way he was tensing up his hand.
Well, I asked him, I said, is it sore? And he said, yeah, it's still sore. I mean, it's just common sense that it's going to be sore. Like, I asked him a dumb question, but he said, you just got to suck it up. You know, it's okay. He's been cleared to wrestle. So he's just going to have to fight through the tenderness. But I'll tell you what, as you see Waltman right into the ring post. Wow. Wow. And look at the shoulder. He's grabbing it. It's sore now, I can tell you that.
Waltman took Lynn, and you're right. He just wrapped that shoulder around the steel that time.
Sean Waltman, let's talk about this guy. I mean, he has just been a man on a mission here in the last few months since he's come back to TNA. He has taken this as serious, I think, as anything he's ever done. You can see the dedication when we talk to him. You can hear it in his voice. He's just so happy to be back in the spotlight as he sends Jerry Lynn out, not letting him get back in the ring.
Baseball slide drop kick that time. And you're right, not allowing Jerry Lynn to get back in and to mount a comeback and to bring an offensive back at Waltman.
Jerry Lynn favoring that arm. I don't know. I'm afraid he came back too soon at this point. He is favoring that left arm, and you can. It's almost like I could picture the sling around it right there, the way he's holding it.
Well, you're right, Don, because for all that time on his sidelines,
yes,
Jerry Lynn worked behind the scenes for TNA, as you mentioned earlier. And it was almost as if that was the vision that we had of Jerry. With the sling around his arm, it's just been in the last couple of months with this extensive rehab that he hasn't been wearing it.
Oh, and he's just cupping it right there. I just hope we're not seeing something severe out there. I'm just hoping it's just tender and sore. And you can see Sean Waltman just as he rakes those slams across the check with Jerry Lynn, showing he's got fight, and even doing it just right back after him. That's just the kind of warrior that Jerry Lynn is.
Like mirror images here as both men with those open hand slaps and chops.
Oh, man, you see him pulled on it.
I sure did.
Oh, what a
great roll up.
Two. Oh, what a smooth move there by Sean Waltman. How quick was he right there?
Yeah, well, check this out. Shark Boy from the X Division. I guess it's not a surprise that he would come out to watch these two great pioneers from the X Division do battle.
Well, so many people probably were inspired to wrestle because of these two. I mean, when you think about it, you see Shark Boy looking on right there, the view from over his shoulder, and right now Sean Waltman's at an incredible advantage, and Jerry Lynn's hurt, folks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's hurt. The left arm's hurt, the left shoulder. You can see the pain right there in his face.
First the reverse chin lock, then the surfboard attempt by Waltman, but Lynn blocks it with pure strength.
And there again, you can see Chris Sabin coming out. Young guys that were probably inspired by these two.
Without question. As two pioneers of the X Division, Shark, oh man, shoulder breaker across the knee, two. He got the shoulder up.
He somehow got the shoulder up.
Chris Sabin and Shark Boy intently watching what's going on because they appreciate this kind of a matchup just like we do and just like you do at home as well. Boy, Lynn back up to his feet, but you can almost sense here that Waltman feels his level of confidence rising. Back kick on target. Sanjay Dutt out as well.
Oh, this again, all three guys that started this show today, they got the first victory, are coming out as fans, I think.
That's right here. Right there.
They're coming out as fans. Oh! Bronco Buster was missed. Jerry Lynn able to get out of the way. Maybe this is the opening that he needs.
Ultimate move of disrespect. The Bronco Buster in the corner, but Lynn able to move out of the way. Now, Don asked the question, is this the opening? We're going to answer that question now.
He's almost like a one-armed man out there, as you can see it, and every chance Sean Waltman gets, he grabs the left wrist. Jerry Lynn connects with the Hurricane Rana, and he nails Sean Waltman, and Waltman gets out of the ring. wow as you see these young X Division stars looking on.
See the respect and the appreciation as well from those three. From Saban, from Dutton, from Shelley.
Oh!
He sidestepped him and then tossed him out to the arena floor. And boy, he landed right on the shoulder.
You know, it's hard to talk about experience when both of them have so much of it.
Right.
But, you know, it doesn't mean they still can't use it against each other. Oh, Waltman just nails him over the top of the rope. And Jerry Lynn didn't see it coming.
Didn't see it coming, and did you see when the contact was made, all of the weight from Waltman crashing down onto the shoulder of Lynn. Boy, that one might be the toughest of all to come back from.
Oh, look at him. That arm has got to be numb as he just constantly grabs. And you got to feel it's just instinct to keep grabbing it as it's so sore. But Sean Waltman right there also, that hit took a lot out of him as he gets back in the ring right there, baiting Jerry Lynn to join him.
Waltman back in to break the count from senior official Rudy Charles. Lynn slowly back up to the apron, and you can sense it now that Waltman feels like he can put this matchup away. Gonna try and bring him in with a suplex? No.
Jerry! Oh, man! Oh, man! Jerry Lynn showing some fight right there! Oh, I wish we could see that again if it's possible.
We've got to!
This, I mean, you talk about heart. You talk about digging down.
And he did dig down. Oh, God.
Again, though, Jerry Lynn, when he hit the mat shoulder first, you could see him instantly, just his reflexes, he spun up.
Boy, you're right. It was a great move by Jerry Lynn. It was a move I think that there was no question he had to make. Take Waltman out, but I think he might have also further injured the shoulder when he hit the concrete floor as well.
Oh, everything, every little movement, I think. He's got to somehow distance it from himself. As you see him obviously doing that, because here he goes up top, and he nails Waltman with the drop kick square into the chest.
Top rope, missile drop kick. You're right, DW. That baby was on target, but Lynn slowly rolls over, slowly gets back up to his feet. Waltman's still down. Let's see if Lynn can take back over control. This matchup has just gone back and forth.
Oh, absolutely. And oh, Jerry Lynn right now has got some momentum working. I can tell you, look at the fire. He can feel it right here. He's got Sean Waltman on the run. This is his chance.
Powerful clothesline takes down Waltman. Quick reversal shoots Lynn off into the ropes. Duck at the clothesline by Lynn.
Oh, he just hits him right on top, and there he goes, bringing the rights.
Took him down with the Luthez press, and then reels off a series of right hands to the side of the head.
Oh, but he just stopped to catch his breath, and Sean Waltman was right on him. Right on. Look at that.
Sit out powerbomb.
Got it. No.
Talk about a near fall. Sit out powerbomb by Jerry Lynn. Just this close to a 3 count.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, that could have gone the other way if Waltman would have caught the Hurricane Run and spun him back, but Jerry Lynn countered it. Here he goes.
Cradle pile driver. Oh, well.
Oh, low blow right there.
Why?
Oh,
X Factor.
Face. Here it is.
Cover.
1, 2.
What happened?
He's got his foot on the rope. That's the veteran right there. He's got his foot on the rope, and Waltman can't believe it.
Just instinctive. When you've been in a wrestling ring for over 15 years like Jerry Lynn has, it's pure instinct at that point in the matchup. You hear that referee count 1, count 2, and you realize you got to do everything within your power. It's also knowing where you're at in the ring. That's also a key. They're loving this at Sacrifice.
Oh, this has just been everything we thought it would be. I love the pace of this match as these two just size each other up and go after it.
Waltman's gonna go high risk.
Oh yeah, and Jerry Lynn, I don't know if he's got anything for it. He doesn't.
Crossbody
rolls it
through.
Did he get it? No. You know what I like about that? He saw it coming. He knew he couldn't avoid it, so he just went with it and let the momentum roll Sean Waltman over, and he almost got the pin.
You're right. His weight, his momentum carried him on top of Waltman for yet another near fall. Referee Charles puts in the count. It looks like Lynn's going to be the first up to his feet. He's back up to his knees. Waltman's still down. Jerry challenges Waltman to get back up.
What a warrior. Oh, here he goes. Yeah!
Tornado DDT.
He got it.
Count 1. Count 2.
No! Waltman fights out of it. How do you fight out of that.
I guess we really shouldn't expect any less from these two warriors
right.
with that long history that they have.
Sean Waltman showing he's got just as much heart. He's got just as much spirit. But here comes, oh, look at Waltman is down. He's got it. Oh!
Tombstone out of the reversal. Pile driver 2.
Oh, he's got the shoulder up. Unbelievable. Waltman's got to be thinking, what do I have to do?
And maybe that thought is entering Jerry Lynn's mind as well, as they both, to use the old cliche, they brought everything out but the kitchen sink here.
Unbelievable match, and we knew it would be. And Waltman takes off the headband, the bandana, throws it into the crowd.
Motions to the crowd that he's going to finish off his former tag team partner from many years ago. Picks up Lynn at the head and at the hair. Gonna try and take him up from his shoulder.
Oh, Jerry Lynn counters!
No!
He got it! Jerry Lynn got the win! Jerry Lynn got the win! What a comeback!
Appropriately enough, it's the victory roll that gets the victory for Jerry Lynn in his return to TNA. And boy, Chris Sabin, Sanjay Dutt, Shark Boy, they just gave their thumbs up. They just showed their approval. Oh, referee tried to raise his hand. And you can see him favor the shoulder.
Oh, it's absolutely in pain, and he's going to be sore for a long time. I don't know when we'll see him back in the ring. He's going to be sore for a long time, but you know what? He did it. You can see Sean Waltman kind of giving him a bow right there out of respect.
I love this.
Shakes the hand.
I love
That's
this.
what you love.
This is what competition is all about. The mutual respect between these two men.
Raising his arm up, letting the crowd soak it in. You gotta love that about Sean Waltman. That's a class move.
Amen.
That is a class move. One the hug, showing the love. Look at that. Look at Waltman, and you can see the emotion in his face. You can just see it. Wait, what? What? Oh, that was just wrong.
A shoulder breaker. He dropped him right down on the injured shoulder. Damn you, Waltman.
That was just wrong. Now what's he doing? Come on. Oh, I can't. Just throws him over the rail like he's taking out the garbage.
You talk about spoiling a moment.
Oh, I was giving him all the credit in the world, the benefit of the doubt.
No, come on.
That's the classless guy I've ever seen.
Not the shoulder. Stay on the
God, man. Somebody get out of here and pull this snake out of here. Get this snake out of here. That was wrong.
What the hell are you doing?
Incredible effort by both of you guys.
Way over the line. The mutual respect, everything that we've expected from you two, and you went way over the line, Waltman. You're right, I guess it doesn't, does it? Mutual respect means absolutely nothing to you.
Unbelievable. Oh, a crowd letting them hear it.
I know
sickens me.
I know I'm being told to pitch to the back. Take it, Shane.
It's been well documented that Team Canada has both succeeded and survived here in TNA by living by the adage that there's strength in numbers. But tonight, with Coach D'Amore on the sidelines and Jimmy Hart at ringside of your opponents, there's no question that AMW and the Naturals have a distinct numbers advantage, and it ain't no secret. They want to put Team Canada out of title contention for good.
You guys, he's exactly right. Unfair advantage, no D'Amore, Jimmy Hart at ringside. What are we gonna do? We're so screwed. I can't believe it.
Damn it! Pull yourself together, all right? Listen, Scott's still recovering in Canada, all right? But hey, I got a little something from him. A1, come on. Come on, get it. Let's go. That's it right there. See this? This is a message. Just like the NHL will be back soon, so will Scott D'Amore.
More importantly than that, this little baby right here, this symbolizes comeback. The comeback that Team Canada has made right here in TNA.
And everybody wants to talk about how AMW and the Naturals are tagging for the first time in history. Big deal, boys! Oh yeah, we're real scared. You're a real cohesive unit. Strength in numbers franchise, give me a break. They can't even do a freaking interview together. The fact of the matter is this comeback will not stop until we get what we want. Till we get what we deserve. And that is the NWA World Tag Team titles.
See, we're gonna act as one unit. One machine. One Wolfpack until we achieve our goal. And just for the record, Team Canada is on the same page. And we all know AMW and the Naturals, they're sure as hell not. Come on, guys, let's go.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
We always say that age and experience shall overcome youth and enthusiasm. Well, you know, Jimmy Hart's definitely working on the age and experience, and these guys here, they've got all the youth and enthusiasm in the world. But you see, they got something else. They've got the ability, they've got the speed, they've got the look, and most of all, they've got the heart, if you know what I mean.
Oh, look at that. Bobby Roode throws the hockey stick at Jimmy Hart.
And then he drops down pretending that he was hit.
Oh, wait a minute. Andrew Thomas, I don't think understands what happened here.
My goodness. Oh, no.
Here it comes.
Watch Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode's got the megaphone and Jimmy Hart.
And Stevens rolls right into it also. Oh, that's just not right. Speedy Williams, he's got to get to the floor. Oh, no, now Bobby Roode has it. Look at this, though.
Come on, Jimmy Hart.
Pulling it out. You saw it.
He got caught red-handed. He got caught with the evidence. And the referee calls for the bell. The Canadians are disqualified. I love it. Look at this beatdown by the Canadians. They've got the numbers game against the Naturals. What?
Here they come.
AMW?
AMW cleaning house.
Can you believe that, though? America's Most Wanted?
Think about
coming
that.
to assist the Naturals?
Naturals, everybody knows in TNA that those tag team belts Jimmy are holding really belong to America's Most Wanted.
That's right, but we will never be able to solve that until we take care of that one common problem, which is Team Canada. The simple fact that the four of us stand side by side today should serve notice to you, Team Canada.
We don't agree on much, but I think we're seeing eye to eye right now. All right, this Sunday at Sacrifice, it's not going to be AMW versus the Naturals. It's going to be the very first time ever AMW teaming with the Naturals.
Yeah, they're handing the belts back to Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas, but you know what?
Oh, look at them. They're not ready to let loose of a Maddie.
Is it mutual respect or is it mutual hatred for the Canadians?
Why don't you bring the hockey stick in the mouth of the South along with the Naturals? We'll bring the megaphone!
Eight-man tag team action. It's the unlikely pairing of AMW and the Naturals against Team Canada. The following contest is an eight-man tag team matchup. About to make their way to the ring, the team of A1, Petey Williams, Bobby Roode, and Eric Young, proudly representing their home country. This is Team Canada. Team Canada captain Petey Williams kissing the hockey stick. They made mention that Coach Scott D'Amore soon to return to Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Introducing their opponents. First of all, the team of Cowboy James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris, America's Most Wanted. It boils down to the pure hatred of Team Canada that brought together Harrison Storm, AMW, and their tag team partners, the Naturals, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. Introducing
World Tag Team Champions, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens, the Naturals.
Did you ever think that we would see the Naturals and AMW on the same side? Never in your wildest dreams between. Think about that history. But you said it, Mike. Their hatred for Team Canada is so deep. Very similar to what Raven did by bringing in Sabu for later tonight. Their hatred is so deep that they realized that only by working together could they vanquish this blight that they call Team Canada.
Boy, you're right on the money. I was absolutely shocked last month on Impact. Raven introduces Sabu, but who would have thought that this was possible? AMW and the Naturals, two of the most hated rivals in TNA Tag Team Wrestling history, to join forces out of, who mentioned it a couple of times, pure hatred of the Canadians.
But one thing that I cannot get out of my mind, and that's the fact that the Naturals and AMW don't like each other. And don't kid yourself. They may be working together, but they don't like each other, and I'm very curious to see how they work together as a team.
Think about it. The Naturals, two-time NWA World Tag Team Champions, Stevens and Douglas, currently holding those championship belts. And on both occasions, when they won the NWA tag titles, whoa! Who did they beat?
America's Most Wanted.
You're right, July of 2004, and then in April of this year when the Naturals regained the tag team gold, on both occasions, they beat Chris Harrison, James Storm, AMW. From the top, Petey Williams is met with a right hand to the midsection. That one doubled him over, courtesy of Chase Stevens.
Yeah, Petey Williams got a little cocky there, thinking he was going to hit that early. Chase Stevens ready for it, almost like he let him set it up. But one thing we do know, Team Canada can work together like no team can. You can love them or hate them, but man, do they know how to work together, and that's going to be a huge advantage for them in this matchup.
Yeah, but isn't it nice to have the numbers game when you take the more out of the equation and put in the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart at ringside? Great to have AMW and the Naturals with the numbers edge over the Canadians for once.
And one thing we know about Jimmy Hart, he respects AMW. Wow, you see the eye of the storm right there, but oh, Bobby Roode comes in with a cheap shot.
Sure did.
Cheap shot.
Chop block from outside. He just clipped him right at the knee.
Oh, you can see everybody looking at Mark Johnson, but he's got 8 men in this ring. You can't expect him to see every little thing that goes on. And obviously Team Canada knows it, and they're going to exploit that. Boom! Bobby Roode just levels that knee right there with the elbow.
Bobby Roode drops down with all of his power, all of his weight across the knee. If I can make mention to someone in the truck, if you can give me an update on the Jerry Lynn injury situation. I mean, I know we're focused here on this great 8-man tag match, but all of a sudden it popped back into my mind after what we saw.
I've been trying to get it out of my mind. I was so disgusted by what I saw.
Keith, did you say he's going to the hospital?
Oh, that's a shame.
That's what I just heard.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's just wrong.
You see something like that.
I hope TNA management deals with that situation. I really do, Mike.
It just was way over the line by Sean Waltman. Let's refocus on this match. We'll try and have an update for you on the Jerry Lynn situation this week on Impact. Check it out at TNAWrestling.com. Team Canada captain Petey Williams back on the offensive. Oh, working out. Scissors the knee and drops down with his weight directly across.
I mean, think about it. Bobby Roode worked on the knee just a second ago. Now Petey Williams working on the knee of the Cowboy. Oh, nice kick right there by Petey Williams.
Storm back up to the vertical base. Looks like he's going to try for the German suplex. Instead, fought off with a series of elbows.
He turned him inside out right there.
Sure did. Big, wild, swinging lariat, but that baby connected. Petey Williams down. Storm, a one-legged man, going to use the ring ropes to make his way to the side of the ring and tag in AMW partner Wildcat Chris Harris.
Oh, absolutely. You know that was the target he was looking for, the guy that's had his back for 3 years here at TNA. And look at the Wildcat clean house. One right after the other. Look at this as he just sends Petey over the top of the ropes, and there he goes and just levels Bobby Roode.
Just illustrates how important that tag was to get the fresh man in. Now the Wildcat gonna take high up into the air.
Oh, look at this, the blood rushing
Eric
right there.
Young.
Eric Young's head. Oh!
Showtime pin attempt by Wildcat on Eric Young. Just a 2 count from referee Slick Johnson. Well, you talk about all the Team Canada members. Eric Young, what a pessimist he is, huh?
I think he's a little psyched out by not having DeMore out there and knowing Jimmy Hart was. Wow! Petey Williams, though, got his mind right, but right now it's his back that's not right as it goes slamming into the mat. And you can see Chase Stevens right there taking it to him, which it was still odd to see Wildcat tag in Chase Stevens. That's just a visual I'm having a hard time dealing with.
Reversal. Young shoots Stevens off, but Chase Stevens thought he was going to float over. Smart move by Eric Young. Talk about a sudden stop.
Oh, yeah, look at this as they bring. And you talk about being outnumbered there. It's 4-on-1, and the referee is distracted. It's one of those situations where, yes, you want to let the referee know what's going on, but when you're doing that, his attention is not where it's supposed to be.
You're right, it's a tough situation for referee Mark Johnson, trying to take command and even keep control in a matchup where you have these 8 very volatile personalities.
Bobby Roode just going right at it, just choking Chase Stevens, and I looked over there and saw a little eye contact between him and Petey. I don't know what kind of conversation they were having right there, but you know Team Canada has a game plan, and of course we saw him bring out the hockey stick. So even though the one side's got Jimmy Hart, the other side's got some weapons of their own.
Remember what Team Canada said though about AMW and the Naturals? They didn't even do their backstage interviews together. They were separated from each other. Well, I mean, that's the situation when you have such an extreme personal grudge and rivalry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the best way to keep these guys focused on the match at the end is to keep them separated until you have to put them together. You put those 4 in the same room, and it's not going to be, sitting there playing a game of shoots and ladders, I'll tell you that. It's going to be a brawl. It's going to be a fight, and that's why they have to keep them separated. And let's also be honest, AMW wants those belts back. Team Canada wants those belts. The Naturals have the belts. There's nobody that's going to be friends off the clock with these guys.
I think they just tossed me another curveball here at Sacrifice. Shane Douglas is going to try and get an interview with the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, after this match. And that's one thing that's been constant. Samoa Joe refuses to talk. Good luck, Shane.
I mean, he'll talk. I mean, he'll talk before matches go. We've talked to him backstage, but not out here. He's all business, and he's not ever said a word since whenever he walks out here.
Quick reversal into the corner. Stevens able to elevate Eric Young, who takes the shortcut that time, raking the eyes. Then from the middle rope, what does he have in mind?
Oh, nice counter right there by Chase.
Tough position for Eric Young. Sitting now on the top turnbuckle. What's Chase Stevens going to do? He's up to the middle rope. Eric Young fighting him off.
Oh, Eric Young able to fight him off, too. He had the momentum. He had his leg locked, but now Chase. Oh, did you see that kick? And he sends him out of the ring. Chase Stevens saw that opportunity, and what a great move. That was incredible.
Stevens jumped right into the enziguri, drilled him down to the floor, and checked the Canadians out. They're dragging EY. They're dragging Eric Young and rolling him back into the ring.
Well, they're doing that just so they don't get penalized with time. Look at this. Beautiful kick right there, and man, he caught it.
You're right, he was knocked out. They rolled him back in so the Team Canada didn't get counted out. Now, Bobby Roode in, as well as Andy Douglas.
Oh, look at Andy Douglas. First time we got to see him, a nice backbreaker right there. Oh, but he took his eye off the ball as A1 comes flying into the ring, and he's got a little size advantage.
Yeah, the least experienced member of Team Canada, but the biggest, the largest, the power man of the Canadians, now in the ring with Andy Douglas, but on the receiving end of the high knee.
Look at right there. Andy Douglas goes to the well that he knows so well, and that was Chase Stevens. He could have got the fresher man.
Well, I was just going to point that out. Could be the disaster.
There it is, and there's the teamwork.
Natural disaster. A northern lariat from behind by Roode.
I was telling you folks, you ought to know by now, you can't take your eyes off Team Canada for a second. You see Petey Williams fighting it up there, and oh, he drops him with the DDT.
That's exactly what he did. Reversed it, countered it into the DDT. Storm misses the super kick. Could be the catatonic.
Here we go. And here goes the catatonic, and he hits it. Catatonic. But he doesn't go for the pin.
Watch Bobby Roode. Keep your eyes on him.
Oh, nice kick right there. And Storm comes in just in time.
Super kick instead of the northern lariat, but no, just a 2 count. Wow.
It's just all broken loose out there, and we knew it would. There's going to be no way. I would not want Mark Johnson's job for all the tea in China.
action outside the ring as well as inside. A1 battling out here on the arena floor with Storm. Watch out! Go wide here!
Here we go!
Out.
Here comes the Wildcat! And he takes them all out at once! He takes them all out at once!
They went down like bowling pins after that top rope crossbody block.
You talk about a perfect strike! Man, as we see Jay Stevens and Bobby Roode, and Bobby Roode up there, I mean, he's fast for his size, as he's got Jay Stevens right where he wants him.
Vicious blow to the back, the clubbing blow by Roode. He's got him around the waist. Could it be a German attempt back into the ring? Stevens fights him off.
Doing everything that he can. Stevens holding on for dear life, and here comes the Wildcat. He's gonna try to get in right here and see what he can do. And they all go! I'll tell you what, Wildcat was able to score it. Yeah, it cost Bobby Roode. You can see his back going up right there, but it also cost his partner tonight anyway, Jay Stevens.
Yeah, maybe Stevens. I think Stevens may have taken the worst of that drop.
I do too, and I didn't see much sympathy from Wildcat.
AMW with a double team. Who was that? A1 from outside, hooked his leg.
Tell you what, he did what he had to do right there. He did what he had to do.
Oh no, not the hockey stick.
Oh, as he misses. Oh, nice kick right there by Storm, and he follows with the right.
Petey Williams fired off into the corner turnbuckles. Elevates Storm to the apron.
Oh, look at the power!
He hip tossed him down to the floor, and he landed on both teammates and opponents.
Oh, is this just big?
Watch the roll up.
Oh, here we go. Did he get it?
The Canadian stealing.
Team Canada won.
He hooked the trunks. The Canadians steal the win in the 8-man tag.
You can see Jimmy Hart furious. Andy Douglas is furious. Jay Stevens furious. And I'm trying to figure out how it happened. Maybe the lack of continuity between AMW and the Naturals. I don't know.
Did you ever get the feeling they were on the same page?
Wildcat Chris Harris did that move that sent Bobby Roode to the mat. It also sent Jay Stevens at even a higher level.
Hey, look out!
Broken loose.
You're right. The rivals turned tag team partners have turned rivals right before our very eyes. Separate them. Shane Douglas standing by in the back. Are we going to send it to Shane with Samoa Joe? Good luck. Keep them separated. Keep them separated out here.
Samoa Joe, you've had an impressive start here in TNA, being undefeated up to this point. But tonight, on pay-per-view at Sacrifice, you face your toughest opponent to date as you go for the Super X Cup in AJ Styles. Any thoughts or comments? Maybe you didn't hear me. I said with a worthwhile opponent like AJ Styles, clearly a tough guy like you must have some comments you'd like to make. Let me tell you something, kid. You may be a legitimate badass, and you may be a tough guy, but damn it, you've shown me the disrespect for the last time. I am the franchise Shane Douglas, and I've earned my respect, and you will damn well give it to me.
What you fail to realize, Shane, is I just gave you your due respect. So instead of bitch slapping your franchise ass, I'm gonna do this.
Super X Cup tournament featuring the stars of the X Division. And we're back on Impact today with, as we mentioned so far, all around.
Here he goes again!
Charles checking to see he tapped out. Samoa Joe advances.
Here he goes
over Alex Shelley.
Oh, he grabbed it.
This time Shelley grabs the arms.
Oh, what a nice cover it is! He got it! He did it!
Just beat Shocker with Shocker's own move.
Unbelievable!
Goes into the corner, springs back off the middle rope. Bentley avoids it, but he didn't avoid that clothesline.
What you do? We've seen this guy. There it is! The Pele! Gonna take advantage of it, and he gets the man!
The phenomenal AJ Styles advances to round number 2 of the Super X Cup tournament.
Look at the power! Oh, he's guaranteed right now. Oh, what a backbreaker!
Powers him down across the
Oh, wait a minute! Oh, the hockey stick! Oh, he nails him with the Canadian Destroyer! Devastating!
2 No, inside cradle, small package. Got him! AJ got the pin and got the win. The phenomenal AJ Styles to face, my God, Samoa Joe. This Sunday is Sacrifice, Styles and Joe. And it is time for the finals of the Super X Cup tournament. The phenomenal AJ Styles one-on-one with the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. TNA and West back at the broadcast position, and we are joined by the reigning X Division champion, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. Mr. Daniels, the X Division title here in front of us on the table. The Super X Cup trophies at stake, but maybe more importantly, the winner of this match faces you next month on pay-per-view for that gold.
About Mike TNA, the X Division Championship. That's why we're even having the Christopher Daniels Invitational Tournament tonight. I'm looking forward to the finals.
What do you think, Don? The CDI, the Christopher Daniels Invitational?
You know what? The winner has to face Christopher Daniels next month at the pay-per-view. But I tell you what, it's still all about that trophy right there and who's going to take it home and who earns the right to get that title shot. And I know you're going to be watching both these guys very closely.
Exactly right. This is the time. This is the place. Now we're going to see who's good enough to face Christopher Daniels on September 11th.
He is 6 feet tall. He is 280 pounds. He's unlike anything that we've ever witnessed in the X Division. We've said from the start, Don West, 3 years ago, we said that the X Division is about no limits, and that's truly the case with the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
Well, the crowd comes to their feet as they are hoping that their star, their loved one, their fan favorite, AJ Styles, is the one man that can stop this juggernaut that is Samoa Joe. And you got to think to yourself when you think of the battles that AJ Styles has had through his career with the Monster Abyss, and even with the man sitting next to me, Christopher Daniels, that maybe he is that guy to stop this runaway freight train that has come through TNA at full speed in Samoa Joe.
The road to the Super X Cup Finals saw Samoa Joe defeat Sanjay Dutt and Alex Shelley, while AJ Styles reached this point, reached this matchup by defeating Matt Bentley and Petey Williams. The moment of truth has arrived. Can the phenomenal AJ Styles, can he derail? Can he stop the winning streak of the unbeaten Samoa Joe? It's time to go to the ring to Jeremy Borash for the introductions. JB, take it.
It started with 8, and now we are down to the final 2 in the Super X Cup Tournament Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing, first of all, standing to the corner to my left, weighing in at 280 pounds, from the Isle of Samoa, this is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe! And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, from Gainesville, Georgia, he weighed in this morning at 216 pounds, and is TNA Wrestling's only 2-time Triple Crown winner, competing tonight for the Super X Cup. This is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Right off the top, Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, reigning X Division champion. The question that I have to ask you right out of the box, which individual would you rather face? September 11 at Unbreakable, Samoa Joe, the phenomenal AJ Styles, when you put the gold on the line.
Mike Tenay, who would I rather face? Who would I rather see win the Christopher Daniels Invitational, AJ Styles or Samoa Joe? Well, truth be told, it doesn't matter who wins. It doesn't matter to me, because saying who is better, AJ Styles or Samoa Joe, to me it's like saying who's the cleanest pig in the pen. Compared to me, it doesn't matter. They are not worthy for a title shot in my eyes. You might as well just hand that trophy to me right now, because the only man worthy of holding this gold, of holding that trophy, is sitting right next to you right now, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
I mean, you say they're not worthy of a title shot. If these two aren't worthy of a title shot after getting through this tournament, who is?
Exactly my question, who is? Because so far, I don't think any man in the tournament tonight, I don't think any man in TNA.
Whoa!
Look at the strength of AJ.
280-pound Samoa Joe taken up by AJ Styles, slammed down to the mat, and then he follows with a knee drop and a pin attempt. Whoa, not even a 1 count on Joe.
Well, that had to surprise Samoa Joe. That's the first time anybody in the X division has just gone right at him and picked him up and body slammed him like that. And AJ Styles, I asked him, and I want to get your thoughts on this too, Fallen Angel. I asked him, how do you go about beating Samoa Joe? What do? Do you do it by your high flying? He says, no, that's not the way I'm going to do it. I'm a mat wrestler. That's how I grew up. I'm going to do everything I can to shorten the distance, to cut the legs out from underneath them. Is that good strategy?
Whoa. Well, I was asked this question before about Samoa Joe, and in my opinion...
Oh my God! Like a runaway freight train that we described him earlier, Samoa Joe with one of the most lethal, one of the most vicious, one of the most violent charging knees that I've ever witnessed in my life.
As I was saying before, Joe almost killed AJ outright. In my opinion, the best thing to do is to throw yourself at someone that's bigger than you. You don't try to muscle him around.
Look out!
Holy cow, and he just slams right into the table. Samoa Joe goes right through. He's not holding back for a second. Christopher Daniels, he is a monster. He is on a mission, and AJ Styles is down right in front of the announce table right here.
The elbow suicida by the Samoan submission machine. Samoa Joe, all of that weight, all of that 280 pounds behind that vicious move with a forearm shot. Look at the ring.
Oh, man.
Well, just like AJ Styles is deceptively strong for his size, Samoa Joe is deceptively agile for his size. We're seeing both guys go at it. Both guys, look at that.
Oh, AJ showing he's got fight in him as he shows his athletic ability, as he goes over the rail, then back over and then he hits him with a crashing forearm.
Both of these men are putting 110% into it. They know how important the Christopher Daniels Invitational is.
Yeah, you know what? I've got to tell you this. I don't think it has anything to do right here with this trophy. It's got to do with one thing. It's got to do with getting that belt next month. And they know that by getting there, they've got to go through each other.
Look at this. He's going to try and suplex him. Again, a 70-plus pound weight advantage. He got him over with the high vertically snapped it.
Well, let me clarify one thing for you, Don West.
Pin, 2 count, Joe rolls the shoulder.
It's not just about the title shot. Both of these men want my position. They both want to be the face of this company. They both want to be Mr. TNA, and in my opinion, they're sorely lacking.
Check this out. Deathlock applied by Styles. Then he bridges back with a reverse chin lock. He's trying to beat the Samoan submission machine in his own game.
Plus, he's keeping his weight on top of Joe. That's a sound strategy by AJ Styles. Keep his weight, make Joe carry his weight.
I think that's one of the keys that he pointed out, Don, when you were talking to him earlier today. He said he can't allow Samoa Joe to get on top of him and use his weight against AJ.
Good point, Mike, and that's exactly what he said. And AJ, I mean, you called it right. Oh, look at that, as AJ Styles able to get the feet up just barely, catch him around the neck and flip him over.
And one thing too, AJ Styles is definitely going to have a stamina advantage against Samoa Joe, and the more moves like that, they're going to take more gas out of Joe's tank quicker than you can think.
Oh, look at that though. Wow. AJ on his game. As we saw earlier, that so was Joe, and we knew this was going to be a battle, guys.
Well, it's obvious that Samoa Joe has studied. He's watched some AJ Styles. He knew what AJ Styles was going to do, but AJ Styles one step ahead of him at that point.
Mr. Daniels, are you surprised that AJ's trying to beat him with a power game? Oh! He tried to go for another He was cut off at the pass and just pounded down to the mat by Joe.
Well, AJ was throwing his body. He was using his body against Samoa Joe, but it's a little early in the contest. Samoa Joe had the strength to catch him in midair and throw him down with that modified STO.
That's a good point, Christopher Daniels, because the match has just been going a few minutes. Maybe if it's going a little longer, as you see Samoa Joe just climb that ladder with the ropes and level him with that knee, well, maybe the power will work a little bit better.
It benefits Samoa Joe to end this match early. His high power offense is definitely something. If he can beat AJ early, takes away the stamina advantage that AJ has.
Oh, man.
Good call.
First it's the face wash, then the 280-pounder charges across the ring, and with all of that weight behind him, a vicious knee driven right into the face that might break his nose.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I noticed that every time AJ mounts an attack, Samoa Joe is able to stop it. Yeah, AJ gets a few licks in there, but Samoa Joe uses that size to his advantage, shortens the ring up, and he's able to stop AJ.
Christopher Daniels, I think in your opinion, you talked about stamina earlier. What a leg sweep by Joe. I think you feel that the longer this match goes, it's advantage AJ.
Well, I will admit that both of these men have incredible stamina. It's true that both of these men have wrestled hour draws in their career. So it's definitely in Joe's favor, I think, to keep the pressure on AJ and make AJ wrestle his style of match rather than try and go at a high pace like AJ is used to.
You know what? I asked AJ Styles ahead of time how many times that these two have wrestled, and you know what? On one-on-one matchups, they've wrestled twice. Guess what? As you see an unbelievable vicious knee go right to the head of AJ. They've wrestled twice, and their record against each other, 1-1.
I was in attendance at both of those matches.
Pin, 2, nonchalant cover, pick it up.
Let me tell you, those gentlemen put it all out in the ring. They fought for over 25 minutes on both occasions. We might see a match that goes all night here. I don't know. It's up to Joe, I think, to keep the pressure on AJ. AJ's going to want to lay it out longer match. Joe, however, is going to want to make AJ carry his weight and use the power against him.
First ever TNA meeting sees Samoa Joe go back to the basics. But when Samoa Joe applies a basic move like that reverse chinlock, Mr. Daniels testify it's not like any other wrestler's chinlock, is it?
Well, he's got a 60 to 70 pound weight advantage. Of course, if you're carrying that much more weight, your opponent's got much more weight than you. It's going to be a lot more devastating for you than it would be if AJ had the same hold on Joe.
Plus also the size of his hands. You mentioned it on Impact a couple of weeks ago. Just
Look at this!
Powerbomb!
Oh, that's just, he fights out of love. The look, he goes right into the submission.
And look at how deep Joe has got his hands above the knees. That puts extra torque on AJ's back. This could be the end of the match right here and now.
I don't know that he's going to have the strength to tap out. And look at AJ. This guy's got more heart. And look at AJ.
He's using his leg strength. He's using his legs to power out. Oh, but look how quickly Joe just swings over into the STF. This is what Samoa Joe's all about. He loves to use moves in combinations. We mentioned it earlier with Austin Aries. We're going to say it again. You see the powerbomb into the double leg crab, immediately into the STF. He puts those moves together, and that's what makes him so damn tough.
Well, that's Joe's versatility. He's thinking one step ahead of his opponent. When his opponent reverses out of one thing, he moves quickly to another maneuver. And it's just making AJ carry Joe's weight a little bit longer each time.
And that's going to take the air out of AJ, take the breath out of him, make him that much more tired quicker. But how about AJ having the presence to get that toe on the ropes right there to stop that submission? And that's what I'm talking about AJ. Don't ever count him out, because he always finds a way to get back in it.
Well, I think AJ's high flying might be the thing that Joe... Look at that.
Right on the head, folks.
Inverted DDT, leads to a 2 count.
Now he needed a deeper cover on that. He should have hooked the leg deeper and put more of his weight on his shoulders. That would have been harder for Joe to even kick out. It might have taken a little more gas out of Joe's tank had he done so.
Listen to the crowd showing their...
Just lay out.
Yeah.
Lay out and let everybody hear what they're chanting.
It's almost as awesome as me defeating Austin Aries tonight. I've been defeating the world. Tonight I defeated the World Wide Web's favorite, Austin Aries. And I'm going to defeat the winner of this match on September 11th.
Did you notice Christopher Daniels didn't want us to hear that this is awesome?
Not kidding. Yeah, I asked him to lay out, and he couldn't even have 5 seconds of dead air. AJ trying to fight back. Big Joe caught him with a headbutt initially. Look at this battle. Stiff shots by Styles, and he just overpowered Joe. But I think Samoa Joe was in a tenuous position with his weight leaning back. Springboard! Oh, backhand!
Springboard senton. That's the kind of thing that's going to knock the wind out of Joe. It's going to make it harder for Joe to kick out and continue.
1, 2, he's got it! No! Whoa, just barely. The backsplash. Daniels called it the senton, and he was right on the money. 2 9/10.
I did notice, though, what AJ did, what you said, Christopher Daniels. He made that hole deeper right there in the pin, trying to get more of his weight on him to get his shoulders pinned, but it just wasn't enough.
The Pele kick.
I love the Pele right there, as he knows how to bring it out of nowhere.
But look at Joe. He's staying up. He's staying on his feet.
Quick roll up by Styles. Rolls back through.
Look at this power.
You know, I was curious if he could ever get him up in the Styles clash. May have been too early in the going. I don't think he had Joe sufficiently weakened. Sunset flip by Joe.
Oh, look at this.
Holy cow, they're just...
The rolling cradle. Terry Funk, what does he call it? The Texas tumbleweed? It's a pin attempt by Joe for a 2 count.
Oh, AJ Styles, though, look at this. He's dizzy. Oh, did you see him going for the Pele again, and he didn't even know where Joe was?
You're right, because he's so dazed and confused from that rolling cradle.
Look at that power edge.
His head off with that close.
This could be the end right now.
No! He gets his arm up. Samoa Joe can't believe it. There's no way he didn't get the pin right there.
Samoa Joe is the victim of a lackadaisical cover. If he had hooked the leg, that would have definitely been the end of this match.
He should have applied all of his weight right there, is what you're saying, and just not giving him any kind of a chance to get up.
But I think in his mind, he thought that he had AJ knocked out. But you're right, it's no excuse. When you're on the verge of victory, you have to do everything possible to get the 3 count. Not only win the Super X Cup trophy, but get an X Division title match with the Fallen Angel next month at Unbreakable.
Samoa Joe right there just teasing him. Oh, but you don't do that to AJ. You don't try to make him look bad. As they just trade him back and forth right here. And look at AJ, he's going nuts.
Lefts and rights and knees, and more lefts and rights from Styles. And here come the open hands, the palm thrust.
Oh, what a kick right there.
That was enough to put Joe down.
Joe's out. Joe's down.
Both down.
Referee Thomas, is he going to count? Stay on the ring. He's making the count. Where are we at?
This is the most important part of the match in my mind right now. The first man to their feet. They may be in position to end this match right now.
Where are we at here? Where are we at the count? We're at 6. We're at 7. Are they going to get up? We're at 8. AJ up to a knee and using the ring ropes. We're at 9, and Styles is up to his feet at 9. What a gutsy, courageous performance by both men.
But Joe's right there. Joe is right there. And he's in position now to try his muscle buster.
Oh, no, he's got Muscle Buster! No! He's got him up!
No, AJ fights out of it! He fights out of it! Oh, and he kicks him into the turnbuckles right there.
AJ gonna try and take him up!
He's got him!
On his shoulders! He's got him in a torture rack! Who would have believed it? Torture rack by Styles!
Look at the strength! And he sends it down, and the referee gets bumped!
What happened?
AJ's got him, but the referee's been hurt!
Wait a minute, where are you going, Daniels? He kicked him in the head! Referee Thomas is down and out!
I just want to see what's going on in the mic tonight. Just relax.
Where are you going? Referee Andrew Thomas knocked out. The feet of Samoa Joe hit him right in the head. Here's the pin. Daniels is off the headsets.
Well, Daniels is going up there to check it out.
Check it out.
The referee's not there to make the counts.
Referee's knocked out. Daniels has just slid into the ring with the title belt.
Oh, no, come on.
Took down AJ. STO'd him down. This is what we didn't need in this match.
Oh, look at this Samoa Joe. He's handing it to him. He's handing it to Samoa Joe.
But he said neither man deserved it either. Look at this. He's got the title belt. He was going to hit Joe, but Joe saw him. Joe turned his back for just a moment.
Good call right there, Mike. Samoa Joe not trusting him for a minute, and AJ wobbles up, and AJ goes right after Daniels and sends him out of the ring.
Powered him out with the clothesline.
Oh, no. But wait a minute. Oh, a nice slap right there by Joe.
Don't ever turn your back on Samoa Joe.
Oh, he's going to the Muscle Buster again.
Got him up. Muscle Buster.
Oh, he hits it.
Is he going to go for the choke? There it is.
has it cinched in. Rear naked choke. The tequila clutch. The submission move. It's gained him all his victories. It's kept him unbeaten. And AJ, oh God, he's going to have to fight through this.
He's fighting with everything he's got. Look at that. If anybody can get out of this, it's AJ. As you see how entrenched that Samoa Joe is, AJ going for the rope. Going for the rope. Can he get it? No, he can't get it. He taps out.
Of the 2005 Super X Cup Tournament, Samoa Joe.
Unbelievable how the ending happened, though, right there as Christopher Daniels caused AJ Styles. The bad fortune of the referee getting knocked out, Mike. AJ had him. The referee couldn't make the count. And then Samoa Joe took advantage when AJ went after him, and you can see the face-off between
Samoa
these two.
Joe has the Super X Cup trophy. The X Division title of the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. Will that be the next trophy? Will that be the next prize in the possession of Samoa Joe? Do you realize what we've just witnessed here?
The guy has defeated the phenomenal AJ Styles. He gets a shot at the title. He is still undefeated at TNA.
What a match. What a physical, what a brutal, what a violent match this was, Don.
Jarrett, you pin me tonight, you get a title shot. I pin you, and you don't get one for an entire year. And no matter how much you politic, no matter how much you whine, and no matter how much you complain, it won't happen. Because these are the most serious consequences you've ever faced. Because that belt to you, it's like your nightlight, your teddy bear, your little binky, and you are lost and scared without it. You see, I know your father, a famous wrestler in his own right, instilled in you from birth that the world title is the be-all, end-all, the sum of all things and the holy grail. And no matter how much you try to convince people that without the belt, you're even more scary, I know better. See, I've seen terrifying. I know terrifying, and terrifying gets me wet. Jarrett, you don't even come close. Tonight, you and Rhino face me, my partner Sabu, and yes, we don't like each other. In fact, we hate each other, but our mutual respect cancels that out. Tonight, you two are an infection, and we will eradicate you because we are a human cancer, and we are the most ruthless, unforgiving people on the planet. So it is written, so it shall come to pass. Quote the Raven, World Heavyweight Champion, nevermore.
Over the last 3 or 4 or 5 months, I bet you 30, 40, maybe upwards of 50 wrestlers have gotten fired. The people in the back, and boys, you better listen up, because this affects you drastically. TNA is the only alternative for every wrestler they hire. The guys in the back who built this company from the Wednesday night pay-per-view through all the blood, sweat, and tears that this company's to get where we're at today. You know what TNA's gonna do? What? They're gonna fire them. You know who they're gonna fire? Me. A man who took a dream and turned it into a reality, and took that reality and turned it into a phenomenon.
Plans are like tyrants. The simpler they are, the easier they are to execute.
I have just fulfilled my destiny! It's not my fault you beat him some bad. I got dragged away by the cops. I want my rematch. I was in a tight spot. I had to put somebody in there. I'm the number one contender. What about the new talent that wants to come in here?
Is Rhino in the building?
Will you tell him TNA's welcoming committee is looking for him?
It's my title, and I want my belt back. Turn around.
Jarrett is alive with Rhino!
Who's there? Raven! Oh, he gets away just in time!
He went for the door, but Raven able to step away, decking with the clothesline, but now Jarrett hits the ring.
Oh, he got caught! Raven has no
heavyweight champion, Raven, he's got an interest in me.
Hey, look at there! It's Rhino! Rhino in the ring! Going Gore! Gore! Another Gore!
Rhino driver! Rhino driver!
I guess you figure since I have no friends, probably never will, that your best chance is a 2-on-1 situation, because let's face it, who am I gonna get to be my partner? Among a forest of broken bodies, two people can bond over the fact that if one is scarred bad enough, one no longer feels the pain. And I guess in a situation like this, you figure, sometimes when you have no friends, an enemy will do. What? I guess it won't be 2-on-1, will it, Jarrett? It's gonna be 2-on-2. My God! He's back! Back at that, Jarrett! He's back! This is unbelievable! What a Sabu! Sabu is back in TNA! What about me? What about Raven?
The nightmare's over. You want revenge? Well, I want my belt back. TNA has always been and will always be my world.
The man is homicidal, genocidal, suicidal. And I can promise you one word. Pain. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
Will the hardcore dream team of Raven and Sabu be a nightmare for Jeff Jarrett and his insurance policy, Rhino?
This is your main event of the evening. Weighing in at 270 pounds from Detroit, Michigan, this is Rhino.
He's the man beast. You heard it from JB. 6'2", 270 pounds of Jarrett's insurance policy. And here comes the king of the mountain. Here comes the man who looks to pin Raven tonight and get a title shot.
Introducing his tag team partner from the Music City. He weighs in at 235 pounds. This is Jeff Jarrett.
This is the man who is just 3 seconds away from a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Raven. He's just a 1, 2, 3 on the shoulders of Raven away from getting what he's been dying to get for months. That's a shot at regaining his NWA gold.
He might be 3 seconds away from not even getting a shot for another year, Mike Tenay, if Raven's on the winning side of that kid.
Introducing from Bombay, weighing in at 225 pounds, Sabu.
He's been described as homicidal, suicidal, and genocidal. But I don't even think those words are strong enough for one half of the hardcore dream team. Yeah, he's back in TNA, and he's Raven's tag team partner. Can you believe it? Sabu has returned.
Introducing his tag team partner, he is the current NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World from the Bowery. This is Raven.
when he described himself in Sabu. Raven said, if you're scarred bad enough, you no longer even feel that pain.
As we're starting it off here, Mike, and I have been thinking about these two working together. Sabu and Raven, and it's got to be a question in a lot of people's minds. Can they do it? We saw what happened earlier with AMW The Natural.
Good point.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out. This is a case, though, where I believe that the hatred for Jeff Jarrett is so strong in Raven's heart that he will do anything he can to win this match, anything he can to get the pin on Jarrett, and if that means siding with Sabu, he'll do it with every bit of gusto that he can muster.
Raven lays down the NWA World's Heavyweight title in the face-to-face showdown. Again, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind the special stipulations for this tag match. Disrespect here from Jarrett as Raven fights back. If Jeff Jarrett pins Raven, he gets a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight title, but if Raven pins Jeff Jarrett, Jarrett is out of the title picture for 1 year. That, according to Larry Zbyszko of the Championship Committee. The power man Rhino comes in, takes Raven right out to the arena floor, but oh man, side Russian leg sweep. Back first goes Rhino into the steel safety rail.
Let's see if he goes for it again. Raven, here he does. Raven likes to give him a series of these. Just when they think they've had enough, he'll put him right back into that rail again. Is he going for another one? Here comes number 3. Oh, and he sends Rhino, and you can feel the pain in Rhino's back right there. As you see Sabu looking on. You know, I just thought of something, Mike. We understand what happens if Raven pins Jarrett and Jarrett pins Raven. Right. What if this man right there, Sabu, pins Jeff Jarrett? Does that put him next in line for a title shot against his partner right now, Raven? Think about that scenario.
That's a great point. I'm sure that's something for Championship Committee member Larry Zbyszko to ponder. I mean, bottom line, Raven, as we see Sabu go for the quick cover here on Rhino, Raven admits he has no friends and that he never will. And you're right, Don, what a tenuous position it is to be in when your tag team partner is someone as unpredictable as Sabu.
And think about it, Sabu, he's got to have his reasons for keeping with Raven. He doesn't care about the relationship between Jarrett and Raven. He's got to have his reasons. And maybe that's what he's thinking all along, a chance to get himself in the title picture.
Unleashes the leg attack on Rhino, then a half version of the camel clutch, the move that was made so famous by his uncle, the legendary Late Sheep, as we see Raven go to the middle rope and connect with a kick on Jarrett.
You see Jarrett holding the head right there as the kick caught. You can see, wait a minute.
Look out here.
Right here in front of him. Holy cow! Jarrett just gets thrown right over the top of the announce table. And I mean, Raven now comes over. He's got him a trash can. Jarrett is knocked out. Wait a minute, Mike.
Yeah, right here. Raven's got the trash can. Jarrett went flying.
What in the world?
He's got a pizza cutter. Oh, God! He's got a pizza cutter that he took to Jarrett's head. Did you see that? Down. Got the top of the trash can lid now. Raven just sliced open Jarrett's head with a pizza cutter. Oh, God. Look out.
Side right there as Jeff Jarrett is busted wide open, absolutely busted wide open. As Raven grabbed the pizza cutter that he had hidden in the garbage can after he threw him over the desk, and it's just cut as we see Sabu and Rhino in the ring. Jeff Jarrett is just bleeding profusely out here, and you see Sabu getting the advantage as he goes. Right here to the chair, and he catches Rhino in the Hurricane Runner right there. Unbelievable, Mike, there's blood everywhere.
You're not kidding, Don. DW, I'm sorry, I had to bail out there.
Dude, I had to bail earlier.
There's just, let's try and focus on this.
Look at Sabu, he is on fire in the ring.
Snaps off the top rope move on Rhino.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm fine, but Jarrett doesn't look so good, does he?
No, what a
He's completely covered in a crimson mask. The blood flowing all over the arena.
I could not believe how when he came flying over this table right here, he crashed right into the corner.
That's where he hit. He hit his head on the side, but then Raven sliced him open with that pizza slice. Oh, God.
Oh, Jarrett, though, able to grab that chair and toss it into Sabu, and Rhino goes for the pin, but he doesn't get it.
Let's focus on this. There's so much at stake here. Uh-oh, the man beast. Rhino wielding the steel chair, and he just hit a home run. He just knocked out Sabu. Pin, 2. Sabu, my God, kicks out at 2. Sabu, the recipient of that vicious shot, and now the tag is in to a bloody Jeff Jarrett, who's regained the power and regained the strength as he goes to work with just vicious shots, clubbing blows to the back.
I'll tell you what, though, you've got to give Jeff Jarrett credit for the way that he started this match. The fact that he can even get back
Look
out
at
here.
Jarrett!
Oh, what a move by
Top
Jarrett!
rope superplex. After losing that much blood, to be able to go to the top and muster the guts and strength, Rhino with the pin.
A nice counter by Sabu. That's what the title shot means to Jeff Jarrett. That's exactly what that title shot means. He'll do anything to get that pin. But I got another scenario for you. What if Jeff Jarrett finds himself pinning Sabu? Look at Jeff. Oh, man. He's just busted open.
And you just have to question how much longer Jarrett's going to be effective in this match. With every minute that goes by, the blood's just flowing right out of his head, and it's got to sap his energy and sap his strength. Sabu positioned on top. It looked like Rhino was going to try and suplex him back in, but Sabu fights off with a series of rights.
I'll tell you what, he didn't let up there for 1 second as he just kept the rights going, and now Sabu coming up the road. Oh! He just kind of goes into a somersault. He catches Rhino right in the head with his back, and the momentum sends Rhino to the floor.
Think about the name of the pay-per-view. It's Sacrifice, and Sabu and Raven will do anything to sacrifice their bodies to get the win.
Oh, you can see Sabu spinning with the kick right there. Sabu and Rhino have been going at it against each other in that ring for a long time. Jarrett's taking a couple shots, and you see Raven coming into the ring as he goes right at Rhino. Oh, and he spins around and sends it with the clothesline, and he goes right after Jarrett when Jarrett comes in.
Discus clothesline by Raven takes down Jarrett. Rhino shot off into the corner, springs off the ropes, decks him with the lariat. Waits for Jarrett to get to his feet. As soon as he does, he meets him with the high knee lift, and the NWA World Heavyweight Champion is on fire.
Oh, he's been on fire from the beginning as the team of Sabu and Raven.
What's the cover?
Here it is. Oh, man, it was almost 1 year before Jarrett had a title shot.
Why do you think we've been calling Rhino Jarrett's insurance policy?
That's right.
He just saved his ass right there.
You got that right. Able to get in there just in time. But I'll tell you what, you called it. Raven has been in total control of this match, and he hits him with the DDT.
Raven effect, 1, 2. Whoa! Jarrett says we're not going to have the match end that way. Pulls referee Rudy Charles out.
Jeff Jarrett has just got to be going on. Oh, and you see Sabu going right at him.
Sabu rolls Jarrett into the ring, right to Raven, and there you see the low blow.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know that I even blame Jarrett for that. At any point, you've got to do something to stop that train that Raven's becoming. Oh, no. Here he comes with the guitar.
The signature guitar. He's measuring him, telling him,
hey, look at this.
Cassidy Riley.
Raven's follower comes in and takes it away.
The young kid who's been in line for over a week to sit in the front row. He's such a fan of Raven and Sabu. He just saved the day for his man Raven.
But I'll tell you what, Rhino again.
Look out!
Jarrett, and he hits the stroke.
Here's the stroke.
And here he goes.
He's going to get the title shot. 1, count.
1, 2. Not going to happen there. Not going to happen there.
Whoa, Jarrett was just that close to getting the shot at Raven next month.
I'll tell you what, Rhino, though, that's on 2 occasions that he has been there for Jarrett when he needed him to give the momentum back, and you can see right now Rhino going right at Raven, and this is their chance. They've got the momentum on their side.
You know, I think this is what we expected. We thought that Rhino would go to the power game. Vicious cross-face shot
in his head
in an effort to weaken Raven and set it up so that he can allow Jarrett to get the 1, 2, 3.
Unbelievable. Rhino just going right at it. You can see him biting in the forehead of Raven right there.
You're just gnawing right on the flesh.
Just pulling it right out. That's just sickening.
Rhino takes Raven by the...
Oh, Raven's bleeding. He not only bit him, he bit right through the skin.
He did. He bit right through the flesh that time. Wow. Pin attempt. Whoa. Just a 2 count from Rhino.
I'll tell you what, that's just a side of Rhino that we just haven't seen. I mean, he's always been vicious in his own way, but that's just the emotion of this matchup. You just become animals. Well, he's the man beast. You become an animal out there.
Yeah, that nickname, it's right on the money. Is Jarrett gonna go for the figure 4? He's halfway there. He sits back. Oh, he's got it cinched in now. He's got the figure 4 locked on.
But think about this, while he's doing that, the blood's gonna be flowing even more out of his head.
But at the same time, Raven's bleeding as well. Look at the amount of blood that Raven's losing.
1, 2, oh, he just gets his shoulder up there. You almost have to rest for 2 seconds, and you gotta hope you've got enough willpower to get it back up.
Now, if Raven can use his body weight, if he's not sapped enough, he can turn this thing over, and he just did. Jarrett scrambling for the ropes, and in the process, breaks the figure 4.
Jarrett grabs the chair right there as he sets it up.
Uh-oh, a shot up into the ropes, goes for the drop toe hold, that's Raven's move!
Oh, Raven was able to counter it, picks up the Jarrett in one motion, he nails Jarrett right on the head. Great shot there by Raven.
Jarrett tried to beat Raven in his own game, but Raven, of all people, of course he saw it coming. Tag to Sabu, Sabu and Rhino legal now. Stale chair shots, tossing them right into the face of Jarrett and Rhino.
Did you see Sabu? That first shot just bounced right back to him. He didn't hesitate. Now here he goes off of the chair, and there you see it again as Jarrett goes back out to the floor.
Springs off the chair, high knee right into the head. Pin. No, he's not going to go for the cover. He's got the chair instead.
Off the ropes, there he comes around, and he hits it perfectly. Sabu on fire. Oh, look at how Rhino's back is bowing up right there. It's just like a natural spasm. I mean, look at his eyes. They're glazed.
Drop the leg.
And it is.
Oh, just 2. Woo.
So close right there. You could see the eyes of Rhino. They were glazed. Rhino doesn't have anything left right there. He's getting out wisely. Catch your breath. Wait a minute, the table's
Keep your eyes on Sabu.
Oh, look how he just stomps on the rope. It goes right after him. I mean, how can you do that? How can you stop yourself like that? Unbelievable.
Master of those top rope high-risk moves is Sabu. Action back in the ring with the 2 men that have it all at stake here. And that time he connected. The drop toe hold, the cover, the 2. No!
Jeff Jarrett's so close to getting that title shot right there.
And you know Jarrett would love to beat Raven in a situation like this with his own move.
Oh.
There's the Raven effect. DDT.
Here we go. 1, here. Rhino again. Again in there to save Jeff Jarrett.
Just that close to Jarrett not getting a title shot.
Gore!
He hit the door!
Gore! 1, 2, and here comes Sabu to break it up.
Wow.
Don't doubt Sabu's loyalty tonight because he's been there for Raven every step of the way.
Shot up into the corner goes Rhino. Ready, gets the elbow up for the on-charging Sabu.
Oh, wait a minute, the referee just got flat with a Gore.
He went to hit the Gore on Sabu, who moved out of the way. But you're right, referee down. Stay on chair shot by Sabu.
What an incredible matchup this has been, and here goes Sabu. He's got the chair in hand. Rhino's gonna get the brunt of this. This could do it right here. Oh, he hits it flash on.
Caught him with one of the signature moves, using the steel chair.
Referee Rudy Charles is out cold, Mike. They've got to get another ref in here. He's out cold.
Sabu had the pin. But you're right, there's no official to make the count.
I mean, look at Rudy Charles. He's not moving. We need to see him. He's alive.
Look at the bodies just laid out all over the ring. You talk about carnage on the interstate. You see Jarrett down. You see Raven, the champion, down. Referee Charles is down. Rhino's basically out of it. Sabu's the last man standing.
Look what Sabu did, though. He laid Rhino out there on that table, and Rhino's just using it for support.
Whoa, look at this.
What in the world's going on as the Monster Abyss comes in, and he gets, what's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on. Jarrett's got a backup plan. Jarrett has another insurance policy.
He'll do anything, and look at this. Oh, right into the table as the Abyss Yes!
It is. Twist of fate. Twist of fate by Hardy. He's going to the top.
Here comes the swan guard. Oh, he hits it. Look at this. We wondered if he was in the building. Yeah, he came in with a vengeance.
You talk about timing. Jeff Hardy. Look, and he just walks right past us out of the arena. Wait a minute. Raven for the cover. Referee slides in. 1, 2.
Oh, Rhino just in time. Just in time.
We were just that close to where Jarrett didn't get the title shot for a year.
Rhino's been there every step of the way for him. Oh man, Sabu is just twisted in a table down here, and now you see Rhino pulling one out.
Rhino now bringing the table into the ring. Raven's prone body slowly coming to life as Raven gets up to a knee.
Oh, nice low blow right there by Raven, but he had to do it. And you can see now Jarrett sees he's got Raven vulnerable. Setting him up.
Gonna go for that stroke.
Into the table.
Raven fights him off.
Oh, and here he goes. Oh, God! He's going in the table.
Right into the table.
Rhino sets him up. 1, 2, 3. Rhino got, oh, Sabu's too late. Rhino got the pin. Rhino got the pin. What does that mean?
Oh my God. You're right. Rhino has just pinned the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Raven. Oh my God. Jarrett can't believe it. What is Larry Zbyszko going to do?